Douglas has got it going on, man.
There's going to be Simon Diamond as well, and one more to be announced. That's going to go on sale January 15th. So 80swrestlingcon.com. April 26th, this is an exciting one. Talk about tough guys. Stan Hansen.
Oh, Stan Hansen. Oh, my God. Man.
So all of that's available at 80swrestlingcon.com.
You mean Stan Hansen?
The Stan Hansen.
The Stan Hansen that I know that kicked butt over Japan?
Well,
I'm talking about kick butt over in Japan big time.
Definitely.
I mean, for so many years going back and forth Japan.
Monster of a man.
Ooh, Stan Hansen. All right. Man.
80swrestlingcon.com. But tonight, it's all about the Birdman, Koko B. Ware. There's a bunch of different merchandise that you can check out. You can place your order. He's going to sign it right here while you're watching. You're going to get a shout out. We're going to say your name. Well, he's going to say your name. You don't care if I say your name. He's going to say your name. He's going to give a shout out to where you're from. And then later on, we're going to be auctioning off some really cool stuff. I actually saw your LJN action figure, which that brought back memories for me as a child playing with those action figures. It's a phenomenal.
You still have yours?
I still have mine, but the problem was the paint wore off all of them. You know,
because I used to paint wore off.
Because you used to play with them so much.
Paint was everlasting. What are you talking about?
See, because I wasn't really.
That's the reason why you lost all your hair.
I wasn't an organized kid, you know.
I believe it. I believe it now. Golly, man. I mean, you never have to touch that. My Koko B. Ware. That's some great paint.
No, that is some great paint. It's got Frankie.
It lasts. It's a last for a lifetime.
I have to ask you one question that I've always wanted.
Go ahead. Here we go. Oh,
back when you were on the road 350 days out of the year, right? What was it like having to travel with Frankie? I mean, because I have a hard time. I'm a stand-up comic. When I go to different parts of the country for a weekend, I forget to leave my mask at home.
What did you do with your parents' money? Why did you? Come on, stand-up comedy.
They're very proud of me.
Well, I tell you, man, you know what? I had a great time. It was a great run. Man, just going to different places. California, man, Kentucky, Tennessee, Louisiana. Man, I'm telling you, it was great. All the fans around the world, Los Angeles, Japan, Italy, the UK. Man, they all love the Birdman.
You name it, you've been there. Well, I mean, it was hard not to love the Birdman. The flashy outfits, like I was saying before, the high-flying style that a lot of people here in America probably weren't used to seeing. Being passed a little note here, we wanted to apologize for the little cutout, little technical difficulty, but we're back now. We are back. So we're excited for that. But as you were saying, though, I mean, your style of wrestling was very new to people in the 1980s. When was the moment? Was there a defining moment when you realized, okay, I've made it. My life is never going to be the same again? I mean, you wrestled in the territories. Was it Piledriver? Was it WrestleMania 3? What was the moment where you said things are never going to be the same for Koko B. Ware?
Well, it was all of it. Everything was different. You know, I had a great time and all that. So, hey, didn't nothing change.
And it looks like you're still having a good time, right? You're getting to meet.
I'm having a great time. Hey, this is the rest of the Birdman. The gravy.
There you go. And now, but I mean, it's probably such a joy now to travel and do these conventions because it's nothing like the schedule that you kept for all those years, right? Now you get to actually take things in a little bit more, I'd imagine.
Yes, I can really talk to the fans and stuff like that. They get a chance to know me and know a lot of the wrestlers. Mm-hmm. You know, they didn't think they ever get a chance to knowing about Bob Orton, Ron Simmons, the Power of Pain and stuff like that. I mean, you know, even Wendy, Rickdom, they just, you know, wrestling fans is that now you can get a real good insight of Koko B. Ware and the rest of the wrestlers.
Now, before we get started, are you available on social media? Are you do you have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Cameo? There's so many of them now.
I'm like Trump, you know. I mean, you know, I tweet.
Another WWE Hall of Famer.
You know, tweet. You know.
I like it. So you can follow Koko B. Ware on Twitter. But tonight we're about to get started. 80swrestlingcon.com. Order those products in. So right now we're going to get started with our first picture. There's several of these. This is a beautiful picture. Do you remember this being taken? What year this was?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm pretty now.
It all kind of blends together to me, now.
But I'm look good myself right now. But you know, it is good. Hey, who was that good-looking guy?
There he is, right there. That's quite a jacket too. Now, who made those jackets for you?
Well, you know what? I had a dear friend of mine from Canada. She made the jacket. You know the Rougeos,
Yes, yes.
where they had jackets like this too.
The All-American
You remember?
boys. Yeah.
Yes. And I talked to them, and they said, could the young lady make me a Koko B Ware wrestling jacket?
Wow.
With the Frankie colors and stuff like that. And they said, I don't know, Coco. You know, she might charge a little bit. I said, I don't care. I need my fans is going to take care of this for me.
Absolutely.
And they did.
Yeah, and it just matched with everything perfectly.
I took this here all the way to WrestleMania 3. I wore this jacket.
There you go. WrestleMania 3, Pontiac Silverdome, 93,000 people.
That's what I'm talking about.
What was it like standing in Gorilla, getting your name announced, getting ready to...
Oh, man, that was great. I still feel goosebumps on me right now because that was the biggest granddaddy of them all.
Without a doubt.
I'm telling you, I know they beat our record of WrestleMania and all that stuff, but I'm telling you now, man, hey, it was WrestleMania was off the chain.
Wow.
And that's the biggest of my career.
Well, we're excited. We're going to have you sign that one. That's for Anthony.
Okay.
In Lynn, Massachusetts. So I don't know what color you'd like to use, whichever.
It's on there. It
This
says
is black.
Oh, black.
I got it. Hey, who are you? Security?
Hey, man.
Get out of here.
Like I said, 80swrestlingcon.com. You can order in advance for all the upcoming signings, but tonight we got Koko B Ware with us. So get those orders in. You're going to get a shout out where you're from, your name. Later on, we're going to have that great auction coming up. We're going to hold up the signing as soon as it's complete. Thank you for joining us. We know that we'd much rather be in person doing this, but for right now, this is the best we have, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So if you're watching Monday Night Raw in about 45 minutes, don't forget we're with the man who had the very first match ever on Monday Night Raw
There you go.
against the great Yokozuna. This one is for Wade Bates in Beaver Dam,
Wow.
Wisconsin.
Hey, Wade, how you doing, man? All right. Thank you. All right.
Oh, here we go. Now, I was having a little bit of technical difficulties before, but now I'm back on, so I can actually share from the Facebook group. All right.
And you know, we got an upcoming star too, man, is making a really big comeback. Making a big comeback.
This one's for Wade. We have to show it to the camera. Now, who are some of the guys that you're watching now that you're seeing as really being, like, who's Koko B Ware impressed with currently?
Well, you know what? Super. I'm all excited here. I'm just.
I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of feedback here with my phone. We're going to fix that, trying to share it out. 80swrestlingcon.com. Don't forget 80s Wrestling on Instagram. Always a lot of great content each and every day. Tons of great pictures. You're going to see pictures of Koko B Ware. A lot of pictures of the guys that are going to be coming up for these virtual signings.
There you
Right, that's fantastic. This is for Michael Bloomingberg in Corbin, not to be confused with Barron, Corbin, Kentucky.
go. Wow. All right. Is this black or what is it? It's black.
Black.
Don't have kale.
Got a comment from Carlos Negrete. Got to see the Birdman in Los Angeles before everything went crazy. Were you out in L.A.?
Man, I've
before
been
the
out there,
pandemic
man.
hit?
I'm telling you. Golly, I love L.A. Love my L.A., man. I'm telling you, you can't beat it. L.A., Florida.
Much warmer in LA and Florida than it is right here tonight in New Jersey. Although it's not too cold
Now,
today.
wait a minute. Now, let's leave New Jersey alone. Okay?
I'm from New Jersey.
It's nice here. What's wrong with you? It's nice.
This is nice for tonight. This right here, he wants you to mention the WWE Hall of Fame 2009. This is for Steve Maudlin in Anderson, Indiana. So Steve is very happy to have the Hall of Fame acknowledgement. Do you remember where you were when you got the call that you were going into the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yeah, I was in the, in fact, I was in Mid-South Wrestling. I thought it was a joke at first, but, cause the boys always joking around, saying, hey, Coco, this is Howard Finkel. Vince McMahon would love to talk to you and all that stuff. And I said, no, it's not. That's not.
I've heard that that's a common prank.
So, you know, I didn't believe it. Then Howard said, hey, yes, it is too. Man.
80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. They're coming in. We have a couple guys here. We're being safe, socially distant. But we got a couple people here that are working hard for you. They're processing those orders. And we're going to be here with Koko B Ware till about 10 p.m.
Right.
All right, this is for...
Okay, we got to hold it up there.
Oh, yes, that's correct.
There you go.
There you go. Making sure that it's legit. Everybody can see the man signing it.
I just got through signing it. All right.
For those of you watching, what you do is tonight you go to
Steve
80swrestlingcon.com.
Walden in Anderson, Indiana.
There you go. You use the PayPal, you get those orders in, and then for the future signings, you can actually ship some of your memorabilia to the guys at 80s Wrestling. They'll make sure it gets taken care of and sent back to you. This is for Matthew White in Hampton, Virginia.
Hey, Matthew, what's up, man? What's going on, Matthew? Thank you, brother, for reaching out to the Birdman, Koko B Ware. Yes, yes. I'm all excited, man. Hope you had a great Christmas and Happy New Year, all right?
We actually have a question from a fan on our Facebook chat right now. Jim Abeja wants to know, why didn't Koko team up with JYD and form the Dog and Bird? Were there ever any plans for that? I don't know if that was a rumor or if it's just something he's curious about. But he wants to know why you didn't team up with JYD, form Dog and Bird.
Well, I don't know. It was just at the time, you know, the dog was, he was a pit bull, and I didn't want that dog to get close to my bird. So,
if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to join. Type them in on the 80s Wrestling Facebook group, which is what you're watching this on right now. Also, 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. Don't forget, we're going to have that live auction coming up later on. We got a lot of great stuff.
sorry about that, Matt. The marker was kind of messed up, but we got your name on it anyway. Well, we can give you another one. All right? All right, bro.
I'm sure that won't be an issue. This one is for Matt Clements in Twinsburg,
Matt Clemens. All
Ohio.
right. Matt, all right. How you doing, brother? Thank you. Oh, my God.
He wants that in silver.
Silver,
So here we
yeah.
go.
We're going to throw that in silver for
I'm
Matt.
keeping myself busy here. I got
Yeah,
the hand,
really.
I got the pictures, I got the markers.
You got it going on, man.
We're doing what we can here. We got to keep it moving. Janelle Anselmo wants to know your thoughts on Hannibal in Canada.
Want me to know what?
Your thoughts on Hannibal in Canada? I
Really?
believe he does some wrestling shoot interviews. I don't know if
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. There's nothing wrong with he got a great show. I mean,
He does.
you know, hey, Matt, I got it done, brother. Okay? In silver for you. All right. Thank you.
now we got a blue one. We got
blue
Matt,
one?
another Matt
Matt,
Saracen
Matt.
in Princeton, Illinois.
Oh, my God. I ain't been to Princeton, Illinois, man, in a long time.
I didn't even know there was a Princeton in Illinois.
Oh, you probably don't know.
I know. I'm
Yeah.
out of the loop, guys. There's a
Yeah.
Princeton in New Jersey. We got a man from Union City, Tennessee, and there's a Union City in New Jersey.
Oh, my God. Will you stop it?
I have to up my geography tonight.
Golly, man. Golly. Please. Get this guy out of here, will you? All right. All right, Matt. You see it, brother. The Birdman just took care of you. All right.
We're going to do another one for Matt White in Hampton, Virginia.
Well,
There.
these Matts are, everybody's name is Matt. What's your name?
My name's Ryan.
I thought it was Matt.
You call me whatever you want, Coco.
Well, okay.
I got fed. I got paid. I don't care what I answer to at
Oh,
this point.
yeah. Tell me. Oh, my God. Sometimes love, like a slow dance.
Look at this. We're
You
getting
can tiptoe around, but don't make a sound. Look at her, Matt. Look at her, Matt. You can make a little sound of romance.
WWE Hall of Fame in 2009, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2021.
feels so good.
I think the Piledriver album is now eligible.
Oh.
We have another Matt. A lot of Matts tonight.
Oh my God, a lot of Matts.
And he likes blue. That's Matthew Stevens from Taylor's, South Carolina.
Wow, he loves blue. Oh my God.
Lowell Reed, can the host introduce himself? I did earlier, that probably got cut off. My name's Ryan Marr. I was an indie wrestling manager on the Northeast Stooge, Gopher, ring announcer, whatever. And I've been a stand-up comic for the last 15 years. And I'm very excited because I've gotten to meet Koko B for the first time.
Matt, we got another one, baby. All right, thank you so much. All right, can you do that bird, bird, bird? Yeah. Flap your wings, come on. All right. Get it going now.
Daniel Fitzpatrick wants to know if you could share any memories of the great Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan when you guys teamed with them, well, when you teamed with them at Survivor Series in 1988.
Yeah, brother. I'm telling you right now, you need to sit down and take it easy, brother, because I'm telling you, the Macho Man Randy Savage is on the loose right now, brother. Shut up!
That's pretty good. That's pretty spot on. Was he as intense as everybody says that he was?
Man, I told you one more time. I said, shut up!
I guess I have my answer right there.
The Macho was great, man. You can't believe it. The black girl. The Macho was great.
I believe this is from Ramon Miranda. He wants to know if you've ever wrestled in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
There you go, Ramon.
Yes.
He's wrestled in Puerto Rico.
Yes, I wrestled in Puerto Rico.
Carlos Colon?
Carlos Colon, that's it, man. There, you know more about that than I do.
Well, you were living it. I was just home watching it and reading about it.
Yes. All right.
There we go.
There we go. You got it.
Another one with that great jacket that we learned tonight was made by the same seamstress that made the Rougeau's jackets. I love this picture. This one's for Sean McBride in Danville, Illinois. He wants blue. So
He wants blue.
For that.
All right, Sean.
I love how specific these fans are. It's very important. We got some very avid collectors here tonight, Coco. And don't forget, if you're watching, if you're joining us now on Facebook, 80swrestlingcon.com, get those orders in. We'll be able to give your stuff to Coco tonight. He's going to sign it. We're going to show it to you. We're going to ship it out. For all these future virtual signings that are coming up, you can actually ship your memorabilia to the people at 80s Wrestling Con. They're going to make sure it gets handled with care, signed, and sent back to you. You can't beat it.
There you go, Sean. You got it, man. All right? Hang in there, brother. All right.
And now we actually have Lowell Reed, who already asked a question in our conversation. Lowell Reed is from Middleburg, Florida, and he wants black. So I'll give you the black marker for that.
All right.
Thank you, Lowell, for being curious about who I was. I
Lord,
appreciate it.
all right.
He made me feel nice today.
Lord Reed, all right. Thank you, brother. I'm finna sign it right now just for you. All right? All right.
Keep those questions coming in for Coco. We got David Geyer, and this is something that I've always wanted to know too, but he asked it perfectly. He goes, what happened with you and Owen Hart as the team High Energy? Why were you two disbanded, and did you enjoy being his partner?
Well, we were just so good. They split us up.
Yeah.
That's all it is. We was real good at it. We was gonna be the next tag team champion.
I believe it. And that was something else, because you also used to team with Bobby Eaton, and I remember anybody that you or Bobby Eaton teamed with afterwards, there was just a flow to it. You guys had great chemistry.
Lord, there you go, Lord. All right.
It seems like nowadays they just pair people up that don't have chemistry. You had chemistry with everybody that you teamed with.
Everybody, you know, even the PYT. Remember the PYT Express?
Yeah, that was a little before my time.
Norvell Austin. Norvell Austin and the Birdman. That's when Michael Jackson.
Yes.
We had, you know what? We stole Michael Jackson's jackets.
And the glove.
And the glove.
Okay.
And the glitter, and all that stuff. Pretty young thing, repeat after me. I said, nah.
There you go.
Yep.
I'm being serenaded here. This is a great gig. I'm being serenaded by Koko B. This is for Angie, not too far away in Piscataway, New Jersey. Hello, Angie. And she wants blue. There you go.
Oh, blue, Angie.
This is a very nice science here that we have with all the markers. I
Man.
like this. Oh, Joe Miglianico, Jumbo Joe Guns. Ryan was the best indie manager. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Long time ago. Seems like forever ago. Steven Verconda, Buffalo, New York. Loves
All
Coco.
right, Angie, here we go. You got the Birdman autograph right there. There's Frankie, man. Frankie. It reads Angie to Angie, the Birdman, Koko B. Ware. You got it going on. All right.
Perfect. Hold on to that blue Sharpie, Coco, because this is for Tony in Johnstown, PA.
Tony, what's happening, Tony? What's going on, man? Where have you been, man, so long? Wow. Been incredible fan of mine. Thank you so much for help getting me into the WWE Hall of Fame. And brother, I am so happy. There you go, Tony. Man, without you guys, there wouldn't be no Koko B. Ware. All right? Thank you.
This is from Rojan. Shout out to Rojan in Canada.
Wow.
Rojan.
Canada, I love Canada. Oh my God. Rojan, hey babe, what's happening? All right.
We have a question from Gabriel Galvin. Undertaker just retired after 30 years. And
He did.
asks, he said that you were the first person to be pinned by The Undertaker.
Yeah.
When did you find out that was going to happen at Survivor Series? And I guess I'll add to that. Did you know that night that this guy was going to be such a huge star?
Well, no, I didn't know he was going to be a huge star, but he had a real nice, popular name, The Undertaker. Mm-hmm. And you know what? They're famous all the time anyway, because people dying like hell to get in there.
Rojan says, thank you for the signature. You were his favorite wrestler growing up. That's what it's all about.
Rojan, that's what it is, Rojan. You got it. You got it from the Birdman.
80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. A lot of great signings coming up. This one is Chase, Corey, Pennsylvania. C-O-R-R-Y, Pennsylvania. I'm not familiar with Corey, Pennsylvania.
Chase. Chase, here we go, Chase. Keep it rock and rolling. Chase, there you are, man. Thank you for being a big fan of mine, all right?
Keep that black Sharpie out because this one's going to Bill from West Warwick, Rhode Island.
Bill, where have you been, Bill? Oh, my God, and I haven't seen you in a long, long time. Wow. Thank you, though, man. I hope the family is doing great. I hope y'all had a good Merry Christmas.
This one,
and
this
a Happy
one's
New
special.
Year.
This is Ryan Evans in Forest Hill, Maryland. And look at this. Sometimes love feels just right. It feels so real. It feels just like a Piledriver.
See there, he knows, man. He knows what he's talking about. All right, Ryan. That's what I'm talking about, man. He knows. All right, Ryan, there you go. Right there.
I think he wants that on there. He wants that inscribed like that. Sometimes it feels he wants that on there sometimes.
Okay, write it on there. Oh, man.
You have wonderful handwriting, if I may say so
Yeah,
myself.
right.
No, it's better than mine. I should have been a doctor. Just all that medical school and stuff like that. Who needs that, you know? Don't forget, guys, 80swrestlingcon.com. You can see the list of all the upcoming virtual signings. Ted DiBiase, Mike Rotunda, Ron Simmons, Powers of Pain, Wendy Richter, Ace Cowboy, Bob Orton. I just love saying that. The Extreme virtual signing coming up in April with Shane Douglas, Jerry Lynn, Two Cold Scorpios, Simon Diamond, one more to be announced. And then, of course, April 26th, we have Stan Hansen. But tonight it's all about Koko B. Ware. We're going to be here till 10 o'clock. Get those orders in. You can see we got Ian over here. He's bringing the stuff over to me. We're going to make sure everybody gets their stuff signed. We're going to have that live auction towards the end of the evening. So make sure you get those orders in. This is a great way to kind of circumvent the whole current situation that we're living in with the pandemic. You still get to meet your top stars, say hello through social media. So it really is a great thing. Gabriel Galvin, no problem, man. Hey, if you have questions, send them in. Gabriel's coming to us from Mexico tonight.
All right, you got it. There you go, man. We got it.
This one is for Anthony D. Simone in Bellport, New York. He wants his signature, the Birdman. He wants you to sign it that, which actually brings me back to another question that a fan had asked. Did you come up with the Birdman gimmick, or was that Pat Patterson and Vince McMahon?
Are you kidding?
Well, I just asked. I know you were Coco Ware before WWE.
Mr. Coco Ever to you.
Okay, all right. I stand corrected.
Okay.
I stand corrected.
Yes, I came up with everything. The Birdman Koko B. Ware.
Perfect. Well, that answers the question that was asked a little earlier on.
And see, always instead of me writing a bird, I draw a bird.
That's actually pretty. I can't draw either.
I can't either.
I feel like I got to
But
learn a lot from
I
you.
can't make a pigeon.
You could teach me a lot, Coco. Dustin Dubuque. I'm sorry, these names, and it's from all over the world, so you're gonna have to bear with me.
Yeah, there
but he
you
would
go.
like to hear about your friendship
There you go, right there.
with the late Kamala.
Oh my God. Kamala, he was a great guy. Oh my God, I missed him. He was like a brother to me. In fact, we shared a lot of rooms. We went over a lot of wrestling shows together and stuff like that. And you know, we was just good. He was just good. He was just whatever. He was my big brother in the wrestling business, and I really reason why I'm just talking this way now because I hate to mention his name because it just gets all over me and
I understand, but a lot of the fans that are watching tonight, they realize how close you two are, so they send their condolences for his passing.
I bought him a wheelchair,
I saw
electric wheelchair and all that and stuff like that, you know. And he would have did the same thing for me and all that.
Yeah, that's that brother. You guys started out around the same time in Memphis, I believe?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
sure did.
Well, rest in peace to the late, great Kamala. The fans wanted to, send their condolences. This one is for Nick and Ellen at the Beltway. That's how they want it signed. They're from Omaha, Nebraska. So shout out to Nick, Belt, and Omaha. Great steaks from that Omaha. Okay. Okay. This is that one from before from Anthony. You're just going to add the Birdman to that, they told me.
See, when I draw the bird, that's what I'm doing, is putting the bird on there. And they don't understand that, but that's my deal. I mean, I put the Birdman on there, but it's just
Did you hear the man? He draws the bird. I'm just playing. I'm doing whatever you want. You're sitting next to me.
No,
You could beat me up. These guys
I
can't.
done did it so long. I mean, I'm just trying to be different. There you go.
Corey Bridges wants to know, did Coco ever go to WCW? I don't remember.
No, I didn't.
All right, so this is blue paint pen. This is a picture that I don't think we've seen yet. This is from Mike Kucera in Coots, Indiana. Couple people from Indiana tonight.
Blue? What's wrong with it now?
Well, Coco's signing that for Mike. Don't forget 80swrestlingcon.com. Bunch of great signings coming up. You can figure out how you could send your stuff in to have it be signed. But tonight, all about Coco B. Ware. Lots of great stuff. We got some pictures. We're going to be doing a virtual auction. Get those orders in. You'll have your name shouted out. You'll have where you're from shouted out. And you can participate in the conversation that's going on right now on the 80s Wrestling Facebook page. Don't forget 80s Wrestling on Instagram.
There you go, Mike. We got it.
Came out great. That blue paint.
What's he talking about on that one?
All right. This one is to Coop. Chris Cooper, shout out. Chris Cooper in Roaring Springs, Pennsylvania. He wants black.
Okay. Maybe this one's just right.
There you
We messed up.
This one is for Louis Drake in Mashpee, Massachusetts. He actually wants a little, in his signature, a shout out to Frankie as well. I guess if you draw the bird, just write Frankie's name underneath it. How many years were you with Frankie altogether? Do you remember?
Oh, a long time.
Had you ever owned any birds prior to him? Because a macaw, they always say, is the type of pet for an experienced bird owner.
I had Frankie a long time, and so he's always been there, man. There you go.
All right, this one is for Craig Wilbur in Windsor, Vermont. What up, Craig? If you want to be like Craig, go to 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. We're going to be here till 10 o'clock with Coco B. Ware. We got a great auction. I'm sorry, yeah, you need red for that one. I apologize. 80swrestlingcon.com. You can see everything coming up. Get those orders in for tonight. I kind of feel like, what's that guy's name that was in TNA? Don West? Remember when he had the Home Shopping Network show? That's what I kind of feel like. Maybe I'll get signed to TNA for this. What do you think about that, Coco? Me and you?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. Well, I want to get signed by some major promotion one day, even if it's just like for a day.
Man, this here is still red and red on it.
Daniel Fitzpatrick wants to know, Coco is a great singer. Who are some of your all-time favorite singers? He likes Al Green. You an Al Green fan?
I love Elvis Presley.
I'm sorry?
Elvis Presley?
Elvis Presley, of course. The King. How can you go wrong with the King?
All right. There you go. All right, Craig. There you go, man.
All right, so this one is for Adam Callahan in Fostoria, Michigan. Eric Bowman says, I requested to have Birdman on my autograph pick. Didn't know that they already drew a bird in reference.
There you go.
It's all good, Coco. Right. You do your thing when you get to mine. So it's nice to always see fans that are happy and they just want Coco to do his thing. We have him here tonight till 10 o'clock, 80swrestlingcon.com. This is for Richard Anderson in Langston, Alabama. Langston, Alabama. I don't know if you're going to want to peel these because it's kind of like awkward to just peel it and because I'm trying to keep the markers and don't want to upset anybody. Mike Gutierrez.
We got your fans out there. They love to hear them shout outs.
Can you add Birdman on mine? Please forgot to mention that. I don't know if you're following. What?
All right, there you go, Richmond. There you go, right there, man. All right.
All right, this is for Tony Aragon in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Tony.
Those of you just joining us, 80swrestlingcon.com. We got a lot of virtual signings coming up. Tonight we got Koko B. Ware. Get those orders in. We're going to be doing that live auction later on tonight.
All right, Tony. Feels like a Piledriver.
All right, and here we got Adam Barney in Burke, New York. Adam Barney. He wants silver, so there you go. Jan Kusino wants to know your favorite tag team partner throughout your career. I know there's a lot of good ones to choose from. But
Every last one of all of them.
Every last one of them. Very diplomatic, professional answer. I like that, Coco. Anthony D. Simone, this is fantastic. I just found out about this site by accident. Looking forward
All
to
right,
more.
Adam, there you go, man.
Looking forward to
All
more
right.
virtual signings. That's it, 80swrestling.com. There's a bunch of great ones coming up. All right, this is with a white pen. I believe that's that one right
Is
there.
that white?
And this is Cody from Clinton, Iowa. Not to be confused with the current AEW TNT champion. Or no, he's not anymore, right? I'm out of the loop.
I don't know how this is going to look, Cody, but it's not going to look good on this thing. That's okay. Oh. Cody. That ain't look good at all.
We'll do it again in the end, okay? We'll fix it later.
All right, we're going to keep rolling right along here. This is for Jonathan Giesler in Boone, North Carolina. He wants it signed to Dump Truck. See you in Arkansas, boss.
One in silver.
I like when the fans get creative. Here's an interesting question that just came from a fan. When working with the British Bulldogs, were there ever any issues having Frankie and Matilda in close quarters?
No, we just kept them separated
No.
and stuff like that. But they came good friends.
Like
They came lovers.
Yeah, there was a lot of that going on back in the 80s, I believe.
Yeah.
It was like a,
Not only the dog. Right? I'm not gonna say nothing else.
it was like PETA's wet dream back in the 80s with all this stuff going on.
There we go, baby. There we go. Right there.
This one is for Kevin Byrne, who's from my hometown, or where I currently reside, Brick, New Jersey. So Kevin Byrne from Brick, New Jersey.
Kevin Byrne.
Kevin Byrne.
Good. Snoop.
I'm sorry? Oh, Kevin Byrne.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure we get it right.
Not a problem.
There you go, Kevin. Keep it up, man. All right, the Birdman got you going on, brother.
This is quite an interesting outfit. Do you remember who made this one? Gold outfit with the white gloves.
I had a-
Did you just add Hall of Fame 2009 to that? Thank you.
There you go.
All right, this is for Crystal Kohler in Neenah, Wisconsin. What's up, Crystal? If you want to be like Crystal, 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. We got some guys working hard over there. There's that for you, Coco. We're going to be doing that live auction later. A lot of great signings coming up. Ted DiBiase on January 11th. Mike Rotunda on January 25th. February 15th, Ron Simmons. February 22nd, Powers of Pain. March 8th, Wendy Richter. March 22nd, Bob Orton. April 19th, we got a bunch of the ECW originals that are going to be a part of the virtual signing. So make sure you go to 80swrestlingcon.com. Find out how you can send your memorabilia, have it shipped back to you. Tonight, all about Koko B. Ware. Get those orders in. They'll give you a shout out. These outfits
there
really
you go.
are amazing.
All right. Signed, big time. The Birdman. Wow.
Great stuff.
Ain't that a good looking guy?
That is a very good looking guy. How long did it take you to be able to get your hair like that, though? Would you have to do it in the hotel, dye it? Would it last a
How
while?
long did it take you to get your hair like that?
Well,
I love that.
You know, I got the Stone Cold look going on, but it's by heredity, not choice.
Oh my God.
All right, now we got Becker from Reading, Pennsylvania. What's going on, Becker? Kyle Edema wants you to know that, he goes, Coco, I just want you to know that the Honky Tonk Man blocked me on Twitter because I said you sing and dance better. I stand by my comment. Was there a little bit of rivalry between you and Honky over who could sing better? Was there ever any karaoke showdowns on the road in the bars?
Well, you know how it is, man. Honky Tonk Man, he knew I had the best song.
Yeah, without
So,
a doubt.
I mean, he's still out there trying to sing them. He's still singing at that same old bar that he sung 20 years ago.
Yep.
And still, people, I think people, maybe got like 2 or 3 people show up now. They wants to hear it.
Those are fighting words
Right.
to the Honky Tonk Man right there.
All right.
Could you write on here, don't give up?
Guys, if we don't get to your question, because they're coming in very fast, we got a lot going on, feel free to ask it again. We will try to get to everybody's questions at some point. So just please bear with us. I'm noticing right now in the comments there was a question that I missed. I don't see who it's from. It also says, I want to make a purchase, but want to know how much it is. Go to 80swrestlingcon.com. Everything's listed there for you. This one is for Matt Greiken in Twinsburg, Ohio. How you doing, Matt?
Good.
The Big MG is how he wants to be referred to. There's your blue marker, my
Back
friend.
again.
The Big MG. I'm sorry.
On the yellow thing.
Okay.
Yeah, to the Big MG. His
Right
name's
back.
Matt Greiken. How are you guys doing? Christy, we're doing great. We're here with WWE Hall of Famer Koko B. Ware, 80swrestlingcon.com. If you haven't already, get those orders in. We're going to be here till about 10 o'clock. Don't forget, you can watch Monday Night Raw on your TV, have us on your tablet, your phone, your computer. We're with the OG of Monday Night Raw right here, Koko B. Ware, very first match against Yokozuna. This one is for John Graves in beautiful San Jose, California. Definitely jealous of the weather he's probably experiencing right now. Tristan Johnston wants to know what's the auction for. That's going to be coming up a little later on in the evening. We got a bunch of stuff. We have some great WWE programs and magazines that are going to have Koko B. Ware's signature in them, on articles that featured him, pictures that featured him. We also have the WrestleMania VHS game, which brings back a lot of memories for me. And this is actually pretty cool.
All right, John. There you go, man.
This is what we're going to be including in the
yellow
auction
sticker,
later. You remember these programs from when you used to go to the house shows? This was the only place you could get these. The programs, they were at the individual arenas. And so this one has Koko B. Ware in it as well. And a friend of mine, a man who I knew and
Oh my
loved, Bam
God.
Bam Bigelow.
Bam, bam.
I'm actually good friends with his son Shane, and so I always love seeing pictures with Bam Bam Bigelow. What was your favorite arena on the road? Was it Madison Square Garden? I think most guys will go with Madison Square Garden.
Well, You know what? I'm gonna say Madison Square Garden was really great. But I'm gonna say WrestleMania 3.
Pontiac Silver,
Oh
can't
my
beat it.
God, you know, just can't beat that at all.
David Cartwright in the UK.
Wow.
Simple and to the point. Piledriver. There you go. Janelle Anselmo with a question that I was going to probably get to at some point myself. Do you have any stories about Owen Hart or Mr. Perfect ribs? The jokes that they used to pull on the road?
No, not hardly.
They didn't mess with this man. They knew not to mess with Coco.
Now you have to talk to the Nasty Boys about that. About Owen Hart putting those. Yeah. They went at it. Now they went at it left and right.
So if you have contact for the Nasty
There you go,
Boys on
David.
social media,
Piledriver,
Janelle,
brother.
make sure you ask them about Owen Hart. Apparently he went pretty hard on the Nasty Boys. This one is a shout out to the tag team of Riley and Eddie. Riley and Eddie.
Wow.
I'm going to butcher this last name, so I apologize. Julian Tessoneri. I took 4 years of Spanish in high school. Spanish 1, Spanish 1, Spanish 1, Spanish 1. So bear with me. But do you remember when you came to Puerto Rico to Anniversary 91? I was 7 years old, and I saw you. Do you remember going to Puerto Rico in 1991? Anything stand out from that trip?
Oh, yes. I remember that.
Emile Menard in Worcester, Mass.
Oh, my God.
Emile Menard.
Ooh. Ooh. To a meal. What's wrong with that?
Just making sure he puts it in the right place, that's all.
This is awesome. This is a really cool message from Leandro Menendez. Hi, guys. Hey, Coco Beware. You're a living legend. Actually, I'm deployed here in Qatar with the U.S. Air Force. I grew up watching you in the Dominican Republic when I was a kid, when you were teaming up with Owen Hart. One of my favorites. So that's great. We got somebody from the Armed Forces. Thank you for your service. Right now, we have a shout-out to Daniel Fitzpatrick. Daniel.
Oh,
He wants black.
what?
Let's keep up those shout-outs, guys, doing good.
Thank you for the reassurance. I appreciate that. I need that. I need a couple of attaboys throughout the evening just to make sure I'm on track.
All right, Daniel, there you go. Right there, man. Right there, coming from the Birdman. Yeah.
All right, this is for Matthew Smith, another one of the great WrestleMania 3 picks, Shepherdsville, Kentucky.
Wow.
Ian, I don't know if you want to take these as the what's with what. Once again, 80swrestlingcon.com. I'm your host for this evening, Ryan Marr. You can follow me on Instagram at Ryan Marr Comedy, Ryan M-A-H-E-R Comedy. Make sure you follow at 80s Wrestling.
There go, Matthew. All right. There we go.
Koko B is available on Twitter. Ian Levy stepping in front of the camera. It's all right. You're a handsome guy. We want to see you too. The fans deserve it. Right now, we got a shout out to Quinn in Bentonville, Arizona. A lot of warm weather climate coming to us tonight in New Jersey by way of 80swrestlingcon.com. How you doing, Quinn?
They want the what?
Do me a favor, text me so I can just read it.
There you go, Quinn. All right. Coming from the Birdman.
All right, this one is for Layla and Holden in Scarborough, Maine. Now we're getting into the cold weather again. I don't want to be in Maine. I'll deal with New Jersey.
Wow.
We are cooking with gas. We're moving along. We're going to be here till 10 o'clock tonight. We're going to make sure everybody gets their picture signed. It's not too late. 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. You can watch the past signings.
There you go, ladies. There you go.
You can see the future signings coming up. Get your merchandise in for Koko B Ware to sign tonight. This one is for Tom Denham in Bel Air, Maryland. Tom Denham. Christopher Jones wants to know, who were some of the guys that you broke in with when you trained to become a wrestler? Is there any names that come to mind of people that you started out
Well,
with?
they probably wouldn't know him if there was older guys way back in the day, but well, one of them, Jerry the King Lawler.
Jerry the King Lawler, there you go. They know him, without a doubt. Just celebrated, what was it, his 50th?
50th, yeah.
50th year.
Great friend of mine.
Wonderful
There
guy,
you go.
great worker. Love watching some of the old stuff of Jerry Lawler.
All right,
from
Tom.
Memphis.
There you go, man.
All right, this one is for Dennis in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Sioux Falls.
And we just received a question that I actually told Tommy, who put this together, that I wanted to ask. I was hoping we were going to get to it. But Anthony Militic came out with this. A few years ago, there was a video that he saw, and a lot of us saw, of you in Memphis in the 80s, and you weren't too happy with a gentleman under the mask named the Patriot. So he says, Coco, I saw that video. He said you stiffed the guy. You slapped him after you pinned him. What was that about? Would you like to share what happened in that incident? Do you remember?
Oh, it wasn't really nothing. That's just part of it, man. Just being rough and tough. All right, Dennis, there you go, brother. We got you.
If anybody saw that video on YouTube, rough and tough would be the perfect
Yeah, but
example.
that's how we did it in Memphis.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of have to lay them in a little bit. You know, and the guy he realized that they was pushing the Birdman and stuff like that. You know.
Now, was a lot of that style because you were in a studio and
Yes,
the fans were
a
on
lot
top of each other?
Yes,
So you
because
really...
right there you had to lay the licks in. I just couldn't slap you on the head like I really want to.
Yeah.
But, you know, just have to.
I don't know, but if you haven't seen that video, I believe it's under Coco Ware versus the Patriot, Memphis Wrestling on YouTube.
Oh my
Check
God.
that out for
Come
yourself.
on, come on.
Very exciting.
It was my friend. He was good.
Well, look, I mean, he took it like a champ. This one is for Tim Eckery in Buena Park, California.
Wow, Tim.
I don't know, I forgot. 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. We're going to be here till 10 o'clock. Got those auctions coming up at the end. That's going to be a lot of fun. Those live auctions. Make sure you stick around for that. You'll see the full list of the upcoming virtual signings, how you can
There
get
you
your
go, Tim.
orders in.
Right there.
This one is for Annie Spivey in Marion, South Carolina. I don't know if there's any relation to Dangerous Dan, but Ann
Spivey?
Spivey. There you go.
There you go, Annie. All right.
All right, this one is for Drew in Sumter, South Carolina. What up, Drew?
Drew.
Wado Jaramillo wants to know how you got started in wrestling. So I don't know if that means, I mean, we know you from Memphis and whatnot, but what gave you the desire to break
Oh,
into
just like every wrestler, you saw it one time, you wanted to be one,
There you go.
and that's what happened. All right, Drew, you got it. All right.
All right, this is Brian from Bedford, New Hampshire. Brian.
All right, Brian, we'll get ready to sign it right
Hopefully
now.
my beard
Okay,
doesn't get
keep
too
it up now.
mixed up.
All right. All right, Brian, you got it. The Birdman is on there, brother.
You are a very popular band in Indiana. We have another Indiana request here. This is from Derek Byard in Noblesville, Indiana. How you doing, Derek? Thank you for participating.
Derek, all right.
RJ Evans wants to know if you have any memories of tagging with the Killer Bees. I love those guys. Those
Yes.
are nice guys. Brian Blair. And
I
Jim
was the
Rizzo.
Black Killer Bee.
The Black Killer Bee.
Was that hard to figure out? Huh?
Did you have the mask for mass confusion? Did they make you be
Yeah.
involved with that as
I
well?
didn't have to wear a mask.
Too handsome. Why cover it up?
I just dyed my hair, and of course my face was already, you know.
There you go.
Can I say that?
You can say whatever you want to say.
All right, Derek.
I'm
there
not
you go.
touching that. But you heard it from Coco himself. I leave it alone.
Well, you
He's the-
started it. Come on. Stop it.
This one is all the way from Germany. Tim Beyer from Germany.
Germany. Wow.
You have to have some great Germany stories. Did you participate in any Oktoberfest? while you
Good
were
hot
there?
beer over there. I know that.
Yeah, I know that. Pretzels too.
How you know?
Well, because I'm a fat guy. You know,
Well,
fat guys know beer and pretzels. That's like our specialty. You know birds. I know beer and pretzels. We all have our thing, Coco.
yeah, but you never been to Germany, though.
No, I have not.
Okay,
I have-
then.
I
We
have
was
not
talking
been.
about Germany, then, not because he was fat.
I hope to get out to Oktoberfest eventually, and I don't know if I'll spend a lot of time in Germany. I really want to go to Amsterdam. That's where all the fun stuff happens.
Wait a minute now. See there. Have you ever been out of the country?
Yeah, well, Canada, does that count?
Nah, that's kind of like being in America. All right, Tim. All right. Thank you, brother.
All right, Rich Melber in Dumont, New Jersey. How you doing tonight, Rich? Hope you're watching along on Facebook.
There you go, Rich. How you doing, brother? Golly, how was your Christmas, Rich? Was it good? Huh? I hope you had a good one. I did. Me and Frankie, man, Frankie just got a brand new uplifting face and everything. You know, see, I'm telling you, he was happy for Christmas.
There you go.
And a new girlfriend.
Well, there's going to be a lot of people that are happy for Christmas this year. Go to 80swrestlingcon.com. Take some of that gift money that you got, put it towards getting a Koko B Ware signature tonight. Check out what's going to be coming up. Make sure you order for some of these future virtual signings. Till we can get back in person, and you can shake the man's hand and get a picture. 80swrestlingcon.com, 80s Wrestling on Instagram, Ryan Moore Comedy on Instagram. I have so much fun on the 80s Wrestling Instagram page. There's always great content every day. A lot of stuff going on. This is for Cole in Deptford, New Jersey. He wants red. Cole.
Cole, oh my God, Cole, I'm signing your autograph right now. Thank you, man. I'm sending this in. Oh, can't believe it. Is it Cole up there? You got the right name. Is it Cole in Indiana?
Cole, I put it on the back. Yeah, it's Cole from, where is he from? No, he's from Deptford, New Jersey.
Cole.
But there have been a lot of Indiana people tonight,
Alright.
so I could see. I'm going to have to go home and watch Stranger Things. There's so much Indiana tonight that it's going to be. I never finished season 3, so I'm ready to go. Are you watching anything on Netflix or anything during this pandemic? What kind of shows does Coco B Ware
Get
like
out
to
of
watch?
here. Oh, I'm a Cowboy fan.
You're a Cowboy fan. Football, all right.
Not football, come on.
Oh, like Westerns?
Western.
What about Yellowstone? You watch that?
Sometimes.
Great show.
You know.
All right, this is for John Dixon in Georgetown, Texas. Big John Dixon. He wants you to put that he's the greatest Texan ever. I think Stan Hansen would take exception with that, but he's not here tonight. He's not coming until April. So tonight, John Dixon is the greatest Texan ever.
John Nixon. There you go, John. Big stud from Texas.
Greatest Texan ever. But don't have Stan Hansen sign that. I'm warning you.
No.
He's not. He's going to get angry with
No,
that.
no.
This is for Dustin in Menomonee, Wisconsin. What's going on, Dustin? Glad to have you here tonight. 80swrestlingcon.com. All the upcoming virtual signings here with Koko B. Ware till 10 p.m. Get those orders in, guys. A lot of great pictures. Have the live auction coming up later. So make sure you check that out. Oh, hey, Billy Reel. Nice to see you. Crawling out from under your bridge to troll.
There you go, Dustin. You got it. The Birdman.
All right, here we go. Michael Sanchez in Vancouver, Washington. I just put that on the back there, Carlos, so it doesn't get mixed up. There we go. Michael Sanchez. William Evans has a couple questions, so I'll just pick two of them. What was it like meeting Vince McMahon for the first time? Do you remember that specific moment when you met him for the first time? Was it at the headquarters? Was it in his office?
Oh, man, that was one of the greatest moments of my life. I'm glad I met him. Yeah.
And he also wants to know if you have any stories from the Syracuse, New York War Memorial. Do you have any memories from there?
Not at all.
Not at all. Hey, he's honest. He's not going to lie to you.
Not at all. There we go, Michael. All right. Not at all. I mean, you know, Syracuse has got I know what, they got a good football program
Absolutely.
and basketball.
The Minutemen, yep.
Man, I'm telling you, they're off the chain. I love Syracuse.
Great comedy club there, too. Wisecrackers Comedy Club. Check that out.
See, I've never been there. I don't know.
No, you were busy. You were giving brain busters. All right, this is for Danny Struss in Germany. Another friend of ours, a fan of yours from Germany. How you doing, Danny? Thanks for sending in. 80swrestlingcon.com. Check out all the upcoming virtual signings. Get your Koko B. Ware memorabilia tonight. Going to have that live auction coming up at the end of our evening. We're going to be here till 10 o'clock. But like I said, guys, there's so many great signings coming up.
Would it be your bedtime, right?
My bedtime, yeah. I'd be home, like I said, just watching Netflix.
All right, Danny, there you go. All right.
This is a great name. Colt Klink. Colt Klink. I like that name. Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Colt Klink. How you doing, buddy?
That's a crazy name, man.
That is. That's a good worker name, I think. Colt Klink. Matt Stevens with a great question. Did you ever measure your vertical jump? You always got so high on your drop kicks.
It was just too high for me to measure.
Too high?
There you go, Colt. All right.
There you go, Matt. It was too high for him to measure. The best drop kick in the business. The fact that you're with the Killer Bees, Jumpin' Jim Brunzell, also known for that drop kick.
I smoked him too.
This one's for Eric Winderman. How you doing, Eric?
Eric, all right. What's going on, brother? All right.
We asked earlier how it was traveling with the Bird, but I didn't ask this. William O. Evans adds to that question. How did the hotels and airlines handle something like that? Back in those days, it was pre-9/11, so it probably was a little bit easier, but do you have any
All right, Eric.
stories?
I got you. Right here. Hold on just a minute. You're moving too fast.
All right. I'm sorry. They get mad when you don't hold it up.
So what is that?
Well, what was it like dealing with traveling with Frankie in the airlines, in the hotels? Was there any difficulty?
Oh, no, not at all. They love Frankie. What are you talking about?
I asked what the fans want to know. That's
Okay, the pilot and everybody love Frankie. The hotel people, man, every hotel I went into, even Las Vegas, they put Frankie on the crap table one time.
That's awesome. That's
And he
great.
just crapped out.
Did he kiss any dice and, have
Man,
it big?
oh,
No?
he was doing, you should have saw him throwing those dice.
Kyle Edema, who before he wants you to actually put "Sorry, Honky blocked you on Twitter." He wants that
Oh,
It's in silver ink.
in silver ink, so it's very specific.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be shocked if he takes a picture of it when he receives it and tries to get it to Honky Tonk Man. I'm not blocked by Honky on Twitter. I'm blocked by Kevin Owens on Twitter. Kevin Owens is not a big Ryan Marr fan. Oh, this is a great story from Derek Byard. It's not a question, it's more of a comment while you're signing that. He says, in 1988, my dad, who was also watching this, whooped my ass for doing the Birdman dance after pinning someone in a wrestling tournament. Now that is a great story. Imagine being at a high school or middle school wrestling match, and after the pin, the guy breaks into the Birdman dance. I'd pop for that. I don't know, but apparently his dad smacked him around, which I don't understand because he said his dad's watching it right now.
There you go, Cal. Right there. Gotcha.
All right, this one is for John Soltis. He wants Black Sharpie for John Soltis.
Black Sharpie.
Ooh, this is a really good question. Big John from Texas, you signed for him earlier. He thanks you for signing the photo, and he wants to know from Coco, what current star reminds you of yourself?
What? Oh, you know what? It's going to be hard to top me. I don't think nobody.
But is there anybody that you watch and you go, oh, that was a Coco B. Ware fan growing up?
Well,
like you could just definitely tell by watching. Because I have a name in mind, but I want to see if you say it first.
I don't know. I really, you know, one of my idols was one. It was Jerry the King Lawler, because he was the dirtiest wrestler down there in Memphis.
Yeah.
He came out one night, pulled out probably like 7 or 8 chains out of his boot.
He was very famous with the reaching in, pulling out. Yep.
Yeah, he must have came out, and the referee kept. Every time the referee would take one, he would come out with another one. He'd take one, he would come out with another one. There you go, John. We got it going on, man. All right.
This one is for Jack Spence in Jacksonville, Florida. The name that I was thinking of current star that reminds me so much of you, and I feel that he's borrowed a lot of your style, Xavier Woods from The New Day. Whenever I look at Xavier Woods walk into the ring dancing, it brings me back to being a kid watching Coco B. Ware. So I didn't know if you had picked up on that.
No, another guy that I really liked, I thought he had my style, was Kofi Kingston.
Kofi Kingston, yeah, also in The New Day. I feel like The New Day has really borrowed a lot from Coco B. Ware, but I think we see that in every generation. You know, current stars borrowing
But
from the past.
it's a Coco B. Ware all over, because I was dancing.
Yep.
And now they're dancing.
Yes, absolutely.
So I mean, they're not going for title belts unless they got a belt. I don't know. There you go, Jack.
Well, they were the tag champs, I think, for quite a while. But now we have for Ryan Rizpecki in Chicago, Illinois. Ryan, he wants blue. There you go.
Oh.
Keep those questions coming in, guys. Like I said, if I don't get to it right away, feel free to put it up again. We're going to try to get to as many questions as possible. 80swrestlingcon.com. Check out all the virtual signings that are going to be coming up. Get your orders in tonight for Coco B. Ware. Ooh, good question.
There you go, Ryan. Right there.
Daniel Fitzpatrick wants to know, did you ever meet Andy Kaufman? I'm a huge Andy Kaufman fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I met him. Yeah.
Very big out in Memphis.
He started out wrestling the women's.
Yep.
That's what he started out.
There you go.
Came to, then, of course, Lawler, he was really kind of making the women look bad down there. And then Lawler said, wait a minute, you can't treat our women's like this down here in Memphis.
Yeah.
He said, why don't you try a real man?
Yeah.
And that's where Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler got it going on. And, man, says Lawler slapped him that time. Did you see that?
Oh, on Letterman. And you know what always amazed me about that? Because back then the fans weren't smartened up, as they say. So here was a man from Hollywood who put all of his career on the line to do something so outrageous.
I think he broke his jaw.
Yeah, it was pretty brutal. This is.
Ooh, I can feel it now. Shit.
This is for Jan from France. Jan.
Oh, wow.
Jan. Any good France stories traveling over in France?
Oh, I love it. It's just great food and all that stuff over there, man. Just great people.
A lot of cigarette smokers over there, right?
Oh, you better believe it. Those look like they got cigarettes on every corner. Somebody puffing on every corner. Okay, Jan. There we go. All right.
Coco, ask and you shall receive. You mentioned it earlier. Italy, Fabio Ragona
See there, oh my God.
Fabio Ragona.
You ever been to Milan?
No, stop making me feel bad that I haven't left the
I
country.
went to. See there, I came. We got to get you out of the country now.
You do. You gotta get me booked over in Europe. Maybe I could be your manager. Fabio Ragona. George Buca. I have a couple fun Marty Jannetty stories that I probably can't tell about on here, but he wants to know if Koko B has any fun Marty Jannetty stories.
No, not with Marty. Marty's my friend.
Yeah, no. Marty seems like he's a really fun-loving guy. I've had some fun with him.
There you go. So, what was that?
Fabio.
Oh, Fabio. Okay.
Like the model.
The Birdman. Wow.
I can't believe it's not Butter.
Butter.
All right, so here we go. We got Shannon in Kalamazoo. Shannon.
In blue.
Shannon from Kalamazoo wants it in blue. Thanks for coming out, Shannon. 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. There are so many great virtual signings coming up. January 11th, Ted DiBiase. I hope somebody's got the $1 million belt to get signed. Someone sent it in already. So if you got the $1 million belt, send it in. Mike Rotunda, do we have a Halliburton briefcase someone's going to send in, or a cement block? Powers of Pain, Wendy Richter, Ace Cowboy Bob Orton, ECW April 19th, Extreme Virtual Signing, Shane Douglas, Jerry Lynn, Two Cold Scorpios, Simon Diamond.
All right, Shane.
All right, we got another Texan here. We got Daniel from Houston, Texas. Daniel from Houston, Texas. Jorge Briones wants to know if there was ever a point in your WWE career if you were promised a run at an Intercontinental or Tag Team title. You told us earlier that you guys were going to become the Tag Team Champions, you and Owen.
No. Didn't have no shot of a title shot. I had Frankie to carry around. I couldn't carry him around.
It's either the belt or the bird, and the bird is always going to win.
There you go, Daniel.
Can you write Piledriver on here in blue? Bottom somewhere?
Is it on there?
In blue? No.
Why is it not?
I just forgot to do it, I guess.
Jason Molly says, "Hey Coco, you look great, man. Thanks for the great entertainment."
There you go. Hackings. There you go.
We finally have somebody from a country I've been to, Canada. Jesse Rocha.
God,
Jesse
Canada.
Rocha.
Canada.
Did you ever wrestle in Stampede?
Oh, probably did.
Yeah. I think after a while, it probably gets hard to keep track
Yeah,
on the road that
yeah,
much.
yeah.
All right, this one doesn't
There you
have
go.
any of
There you go, Jesse.
location, but
All right.
this one is for Jeffrey Holmes.
Jeffrey. All right.
Don't forget, guys, 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in here till 10 p.m. Bunch of great signings coming up. Got the live auction towards the end of the evening. 80s Wrestling on Instagram for all kinds of great content and more information. Ryan Marr Comedy on Instagram if you feel so.
There you go,
inclined.
Jeffrey. You got it.
All right, Colin Gilmore. I don't know if there's any relation to Happy, but Colin Gilmore.
Colin.
Ooh, great question from Travis Babcock. Coco, would you ever start your own podcast?
Colin. No, I got too many friends already. I'm just gonna stay out of that one.
There you go. This one also from the UK, Kane Pierce. Kane, not to be confused with Mayor Glenn Jacobs.
Uh-oh.
Kane.
You ever been up there?
To the UK?
Yeah, where he's at.
No, I've only been to Canada. You can keep rubbing it in on me, Coco.
Never been in Knoxville?
Knoxville, I have been to briefly, yes. And I've been to.
You never met the mayor up there?
I never met. It's Knox County.
All right, Kane, you got it, brother. All right.
Right. This is for John Paluzzi in Sunnyvale, California. John Paluzzi.
Paluzzi.
As you guys can probably tell, I don't know if you can see it on camera, we got Ian over here. Everybody's socially distanced, everybody's safe. I'm getting this stuff handed to me, passing it off to Coco. You can still.
I'm a mile away from everybody.
Yeah. Tommy, the man who put this together, he's in another conference room. They took the walls down on us, so he's here.
Yeah, really.
These are both the same night.
Okay, so these are two pictures
All
from the
right,
same
Don,
guy.
you got it.
This is the same gentleman. He's from Howell, New Jersey, not too far from where I reside. So this is Mike. He wants black on one, silver on the other. Mike is fancy. Two pictures.
All right.
Carlos Caballero, thanks Tommy Fierro and the 80s Wrestling crew for a great top-notch presentation. Look, that's what it's all about. I got to hang out at the 80s Wrestling Con. I believe it was the second one in Freehold. It was one of the best conventions I had ever been a part of. And I had been a part of a lot of them. I had done the ring roasts in years past and stuff. Tommy had a great thing going, and he didn't let the pandemic stop him, so here we go.
Let's go one, Mike.
80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. Also, congratulations to 80s Wrestling, WrestleZone.com's Business of the Year. So there you go. You know what company he beat out for that? WWE.
I have no idea.
That's why they yanked my video.
Now Vince has a vendetta against you.
Oh,
That bastard.
Not the first time.
there's the other one, Mike. Take care.
All right, so this one is for Joseph Sanchez, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Lowell wanted to look at my shirt. It's a Ric Flair Mid-Atlantic
Hey,
Wrestling
let's
drawing.
don't kill the show, man.
Well, no, he asked. He asked.
I thought you said your chest.
No, my chest.
Oh.
No, you got to pay if you want to see these bad boys.
Oh, my God.
But it's from tpublic.com, independent artists, a lot of wrestling fans on there. They do drawings of different wrestlers. This is a Ric Flair t-shirt you can purchase on tpublic.com just because you asked, Lowell. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that.
It's only one more.
All right, this one is for Patrick Donahue in California. Patrick Donahue.
Oh. There you go, Patrick. All right.
This is a great one from Asbury Park, New Jersey. Great wrestling city back in the day. The Asbury Park Convention Center. I believe now they run some NXT shows. This one's for Justin. Asbury Park, great wrestling city. Home of the late Bam Bam Bigelow, who we discussed earlier.
Yep. All right, Justin, you got it, man. Coming from the Birdman.
Here we got from Michael Provost in Plattsburgh, New York. He wants silver, so you can just take that one. I saw RJ Evans asked. We actually got to that question before. Memories of tagging with the Killer Bees, and you wore the Bees mask. We talked about that. Don't forget that after this live presentation's over, you can go to 80swrestlingcon.com. They're going to have the video of everything that we covered tonight, everything we discussed. So if for some reason you missed your picture or anything being signed tonight, don't worry. It'll be on 80swrestlingcon.com. So make sure you go back and check that, and you can hear all the questions that we've asked Coco tonight. But keep those questions coming in. Like I said, if we missed them, hang tight. We're going to get to as many as we can. We got that auction coming up later. Get those orders in, 80swrestlingcon.com.
Just a signature, man.
Yep.
Perfect.
George Buca, United Kingdom. George. Bird. That's how he wants it signed.
Oh, George. Bird.
Janelle Anselmo would like to know, did you ever wrestle Harley Race?
I did. Thank God.
I think I remember. Do you wrestle them at the Meadowlands, if I remember correctly? I may have been at that show. It's weird how certain stuff just pops back in. You're actually signing George Buca's picture right now, and he has a question. Did you enjoy appearing in TNA for the Jay Lethal wedding in 2008?
Yes, I did.
Jay Lethal, another Jersey guy who I know from my days back on the Indies. Made quite a career for himself, Jay Lethal. Black Machismo.
There you go, George. Bird, bird, bird.
This is for Stephen Pacheco in East Providence, Rhode Island.
Even in red.
Daniel, I don't know. I think I could probably answer this on behalf of Coco. Who was a better singer, Koko B. Ware or Nikolai Volkov? I mean, do we even need to pose that question? He was on the pre-show earlier. He sang.
No, you know, I think Nikolai got me. You know, I'm gonna give it to Nikolai.
Okay. God rest Nikolai's soul.
Right.
He would make up the lyrics as he went along, though. You had to actually memorize lyrics. Wasn't the Russian national anthem always different? Wasn't that Nikolai?
Yeah, it was totally different. Every time it was different. He changed the words, didn't he?
There you go. You got to have fun.
You know.
You get bored after a while.
There we go. I forgot.
All right. This is for Jack Garrett in New Florence, Missouri.
Wow, Jack.
He wants it to Big Jack.
Big Jack.
Big Jack. Not to be confused with the late, great Big Josh. 80swrestlingcon.com. Got a bunch of signings coming up. Ted DiBiase, Mike Rotunda, Ron Simmons, Powers of Pain, Wendy Richter, Bob Orton. The ECW originals are all available on 80swrestlingcon.com. Get that merchandise in. Coco Beware, we're going to be here till 10 o'clock. Get those orders coming in. They're being pumped in right now.
All right, Big Jack. Yeah.
There you go. Coco's getting fired up, man. He's in the zone. This one is to Jose in Long Beach, California. What's
Long
going
Beach,
on?
California. Come on, Jose. Jose. There we go. Jose. Might even do that again. Hold on, Jose. We're going to do something again. There we go. Now, that's much better, Jose. What do you think?
That's actually a great picture.
Great.
That's a phenomenal picture.
Oh, man. That was a Square Garden right there, Matt.
There you go.
Madison Square Garden.
What was it like working with him? I mean, him like Bam Bam Bigelow, he's a great, agile, big guy. I mean, the way that Big Boss Man could move.
See, I had all the big guys, you know. They wanted a shot at the Birdman because they know their chances, they think they could beat me. But, you know, but that's okay. I mean, hey, we got it done.
There you go. This is for Jake Smith in Smyrna, Delaware.
Jake. Wow.
Tommy, if you get a chance, were you able to share that video onto my page? Yeah. All right, because someone else tagged me, and that's the thing. I'm getting the text. I'm not a very tech-savvy person, so bear with me. I'm doing the best I can here. I know. What am I? I'm not good at anything, Coco. Thanks for reminding me.
Come on, man. Wow.
R.J. Evans, he covered it before. He said WrestleMania 3 he feels was one of the defining moments. Once
Hey,
again,
Jake, did you ever find a snake?
there you go.
All right.
This is for Jonesy in Easton, Pennsylvania. I've been to Easton, Pennsylvania. I don't want to brag. I have been there.
You have been there.
I have been there.
Oh,
Jonesy in Easton,
Well,
Pennsylvania.
you're not too far from it
No,
right now.
no, there you go.
You know, who wouldn't be? right, Josie, there you go. All right.
All right, this is for Ronald Carley in Pennsylvania. Ronald Carley.
Ronald Carley.
James Crane brought up that you were the first person to take the tombstone, and that makes me think: was there any nerves? I mean, obviously you were a pro, but I don't remember. Was that the first time that a tombstone had ever been done? Period. I know Undertaker was the first time.
I was the first one.
First one.
I was the first one ever. I was the first guinea pig.
Now, when you're back in the locker room and they tell you, okay, it's going to be a tombstone Piledriver, never been done before, is there a little bit of apprehension?
Well, they didn't express it like that. They never had it. It never been done before. They didn't say that.
Okay.
They just said, hey, he's gonna use the tombstone.
Okay.
So I didn't really know what the tombstone was all about until
you were in it.
Until it's all over. Till my neck went. I was like Frankie. Ron, I can't believe it, Ron. I signed it for you.
Yeah, because there's a big difference between taking the tombstone in 2018 from a 28-year vet and then taking it for the first time from a guy who just debuted.
But you know what? He was all excited. He was nervous. Undertaker was nervous, and we talked about it. And God bless his heart. He didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
Anything like that. So, Mark Calloway is a great friend of mine.
There you go.
I love it. I'm just saying,
One hell of a career.
Real hell of a career for Undertaker. I remember when he came into Memphis, Tennessee, and he just wasn't making any money there and stuff like that. And man, but my head goes off that he did really well with that Undertaker gimmick. And I'm glad I helped kick it off.
There you go.
Hey, I still got my neck.
Wouldn't have been an Undertaker if there wasn't a Coco B. Ware for that first tombstone.
I appreciate that.
So here we go. We got Neil James from Hoffman Estates, Illinois. What up, Neil?
Well, Neil.
Oh, he wants you to congratulate him on being the 2020 fantasy football champion.
Oh.
Mike Foreman, that's actually somebody who I know. My uncle had a run-in with Slick Rick. I'm assuming he's talking about Ric Flair. At a show in Manalapan that Coco was at. Oh, that's interesting. I never knew of anything being run in Manalapan. But he wants to know if you could share a story about Slick Ric Flair. You got any Ric Flair stories?
Yeah, I wrestled Ric Flair in 1985.
Wow.
Man, in Memphis, Tennessee, sold out crowd. We went 25 minutes, man. And I was so happy.
1985, so that was when he was world champion, right? That was a world title match?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was the first black in the world's title match.
So you were the first African American to receive a world title shot?
Yeah.
Wow. That's impressive. I didn't know that. You learn something new every day. Here I thought I was the ultimate mark, but you learn something new every day. And you can learn information like that all the time on the 80s Wrestling Instagram page, at 80s Wrestling. Always great content, this day in history, tons of different stuff, and 80swrestling.com. I'm sorry, 80swrestlingcon.com to get these Koko B. Ware pictures autographed. You'll get the shout out, see all the upcoming virtual signings as well.
All right, yes. Got that. There you go. There you go, Neil. There you go, baby. Thank you, man. Congratulations.
All right, this one is for Mark Bertram in Malone, Wisconsin.
All right.
RJ Evans is sharing a memory. He says, best Coco memory of mine was I was 9, Maple Gardens. I'm assuming that's the Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. Maple Gardens and Frankie shit on the blue mats. The match was High Energy versus the Head Shrinkers. Do you recall of any instances of Frankie taking some liberties?
Man, them head shrinkers, they loved it.
If there are opponents that you should be working when a bird shits in the ring, it would probably be the head shrinkers. Like, I would think that wouldn't bother them at all.
They just rolled all in it. They didn't care at all. Man, we ain't scared no bird poop.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay. Well, you got me off there. Mark. All right, Mark. We got it, brother. All right.
The white paint pen, I believe that's there. This is for Jen and Rob in Riverbank, California. Jen and Rob. 80swrestlingcon.com. We are here till 10 o'clock. Get those orders in. We have the auction going on later. That's going to be a lot of fun. In the comments section, we'll explain that to you when we get to it. But this is what they're going to be doing all through the spring until we can get back to normal, go back to the live conventions. You can do it right from the comfort of your own home on Monday nights. You're home watching Raw. You're hanging out. Maybe some of you aren't watching Raw. It's okay. It's all about 80s wrestling. But either way, Monday nights, still great nights for wrestling due to 80s Wrestling Con.
All right, Jim and Rod, we got you going on. All right.
All right, this one is for Ramon Miranda in Columbia, South Carolina. I've been there too.
You've been there, okay.
I feel like, I got to let you know so you don't make fun of me too
There we
hard.
go.
Ramon Miranda.
You finally got out of town. Man, someone feel sorry for you.
Ryan Price says the reason that he has a macaw now is because of Koko B. Ware. That's pretty cool.
All right, Ramon, there you go. Have a good one.
All right, this one is for Heather, who's in Florida, New York. Now, I don't know if you know that in Florida, New York, they grow little oranges. They're very cool. No?
And
No?
big oranges, too.
I made that up.
Little oranges.
Florida, New York. Lowell Reed wants to know, he says, Coco, you look great. What's your secret
What's the secret?
to looking so good?
Power of God.
Power of God.
Man.
Amen.
Keep you going. There we go, Heather. You got it.
All right, this is the red paint pen, so I believe that's this one. And this is for Chris Getzan in Denver, Colorado. And if I am butchering your last name, I apologize. I'm doing the best I can. You can feel free to enunciate and correct in the comments. 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in before 10 o'clock. 80s Wrestling on Instagram, at Ryan Marr Comedy on Instagram. Coco B. Wares on Twitter. We'll get that plug for later on. The mail-ins are going to be coming up after we do these 8x10s. Later on, we have the auction.
There we go, Chris. Birdman.
There you go.
Thank you.
Miles Carter in Sylvania, Ohio.
Wow. Blue.
It's so great looking at these old photos, though, with the fans in the background. Nobody looking at cell phones. Yeah. Nobody, just locked in, watching what's going on. You can actually see people up in the balcony, standing up, cheering. Nobody's being distracted. So even when we do go back to the old normal, it won't be like this.
There you go, Myers. There you go.
Carlos Negrete, or Negrete, I'm sorry. Carpinteria, California. You got a pronunciation on that? Let me just rip that off so you can sign it. I'm sorry. Carlos Negrete. There you go. Ryan Burrito, any LJN posters on auction? Do we have any LJN posters? No, we have the LJN action figure. We have, you got to see this figure if you're interested, Ryan. I couldn't believe it. As somebody who grew up playing with the LJN figures, I mean, look at this. Near mint condition. The paint is absolutely perfect. Got Frankie in the plastic bag. So that's going to be coming up in the auction. Make sure you
There we go.
check on that, Ryan. Actually, let's leave that right there. There you go. It's a nice little piece, right by the hand sanitizer. So there you go. Works out good. All right, so Eric Bowman in Monterey, Tennessee. There you go. Eric, how are you, buddy?
Good.
Oh, Christopher Jones actually linked to a match of yours with Harley Race. So there you go. Sometimes the fans answer their own questions. That's what it's all about. I tell you guys, you got to go on 80s Wrestling on Instagram. I have so much fun every day. I have my iced black coffee, intermittent fasting. I go to 80s Wrestling. I check it out. Lots of great conversations always taking place. People having some fun with each other. A lot of guys in the WWE that actually follow that 80s Wrestling Instagram page.
All right, Eric, there you go.
This is all for the same guy.
Wow, this guy, big Koko B Ware fan. Look at all the pictures he ordered for you.
Oh,
I
great.
got to get his name right because he ordered so many pictures. Jay Mrozik, St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Wow.
So he's got a lot of Koko B Ware pictures that he ordered. Once again, guys, if you ask a question, we've been here since 7 o'clock. If you ask a question that we already covered, 80swrestlingcon.com is going to have the full interview, the full signing. So you can go back, check out those questions. If you asked a question and it got missed, ask it again. We'll get to it.
All the ones I'm going to be giving you are more than
Daniel Fitzpatrick says, I look like Gary Hart tonight. Thank you. That's actually quite a... He was a wonderful... I got to meet him a couple times. Yeah, he was a wonderful guy. Great manager. So I will take that as a compliment, my friend. So these are both for the same gentleman? Correct. Ryan, we talked about traveling with Frankie a little bit earlier, so make sure you go to 80swrestlingcon.com later, watch it. Told a lot of funny stories. Apparently the pilots were big fans of Frankie. So imagine like walking into a cockpit and seeing a pilot with a parrot on his shoulder. That would be a fun day.
I don't know. I would love to see Frankie fly one of them. Sometimes his wings are... There you go.
All right, these are both for the same gentleman. This is for William Dimichel in Farmington, Connecticut. Not far from Stamford, Connecticut.
You ever been there?
Yes, I have been there. I used to perform a lot at the Mohegan Sun Casino, which actually Gorilla Monsoon was a big fan of Mohegan Sun Casino. I heard he used to take breaks from television tapings in Stamford doing the voiceovers and go over to Mohegan Sun. Beautiful casino, Mohegan. So I'm a little bit familiar with Connecticut. I do get out a little bit, Coco.
for the same person.
Okay, makes sense. Tristan Johnson says nowadays Frankie would be an emotional support parrot. I like that. It's very easy to do that now. They can't ask any questions. I used to be a train conductor. A guy got on with a snake. I was like, oh, it's my emotional support. I can't ask any questions. I mean, it wasn't like a cobra. Then I would have been like, all right, you know. Actually, I would have quit. I just would have went home.
There we go. You got it.
You put Frankie in there? You want me to put Frankie in black?
Jose, we talked about it before. He said the favorite moment at WWE was WrestleMania 3, 93,000 people, Pontiac Silverdome. All right, these are for Tim Carroll in Canada. Tim Carroll.
Is that Tim in one or Tim and Carroll?
No, Tim Carroll. First
Okay.
name Tim, last name Carroll. So once again, guys, 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those orders in. We have a bunch of great signings coming up. January 11th, Ted DiBiase. January 25th, Mike Rotunda. February 15th, Ron Simmons. February 22nd, The Powers of Pain, Warlord and Barbarian. March 8th, Wendy Richter. there's got to be some great stuff that people have for Wendy Richter. All the Cyndi Lauper rock and wrestling stuff. So that's going to be a cool one as well. March 22nd, Ace Cowboy Bob Orton. April 19th, the ECW original Shane Douglas, Jerry Lynn, Two Cold Scorpio, Simon Diamond, Mikey Whipwreck. One more to be announced. That's going to be on sale January 15th. And then April 26th, Stan Hansen. So that's going to be a wild one.
There you go. You got them done. Tim, Carol, Savio.
All right, this one is Ed in Portland, Oregon. He's got 2 pictures. What's going on, Ed in Portland, Oregon? Then we have a fan named Rob Care. Simple name, right? Rob Care. 3 letters, 4 letters. Boom. Easy pronunciation. And Rob Care wants to know, what year did you come to Australia, if you can remember?
Oh, I can't remember that either.
I'm sorry?
I done slept since then.
There you go. No, Daniel, I never got to meet Gorilla Monsoon. Huge regret. He was a Jersey guy, so that's a regret of mine. Well, I mean, I was young when Gorilla. What was I? Gorilla passed away like 1998, 99, I believe. Yeah, because he was a judge at that WrestleMania 15, the Butterbean fight. I was only like 15 years old then, so no, I didn't get to meet Gorilla, unfortunately. But that would have been. I've heard nothing but phenomenal stories.
You never met Gorilla?
No, he passed away. I was young when he passed away. He wasn't an old man when he passed on, right? Mid 60s, early 60s.
He was young.
Same guy.
All right, Ed, there's one there. Got you another one coming.
Red to Ed. There you go.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Tommy. I'll chill out on the water. We still got about an hour and a half left, right? Catching myself.
Hey, you like a camel, man. What you talking about?
I gotta get in shape like you, Coco.
There we go, Ed. There we go.
Making me look
All
bad
right.
here. All right, this is for the same gentleman from Hawaii, Stephen Antonio from Hawaii.
Wow, Steven.
Matt Stevens writes in, I saw you several times at the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago back in the 80s.
Yeah, the Rosemont.
Did you enjoy wrestling there? I've heard several others say it was their favorite because they could really hear the crowd.
That's right.
There you go.
I loved it there.
Let me pull that off for you. The yellow, sorry. There we go. Also, guys, if you're watching this, feel free to share it. It is a public video, so share it to all your friends. There could be a lot of wrestling fans on your list that, want to know about these upcoming events. 80swrestlingcon.com for all the information. Also, get those orders in. We're going to be here till 10 o'clock. Okay, well, actually, I was just past something. This is the last call to order a photo. Get your orders in now. Last call to order. 9:15? What time is it now? I'm sorry, I got the feed. 8:45. So you have a half hour. You have 30 minutes to get those orders in. And if you thought we had technical difficulties before, wait till we get to this auction. I'm kidding. It's going to be great. But anyway, last call at 9:15. 80swrestlingcon.com. Oh, now this is the stuff that I'm really looking forward to. Don't get me wrong. You're a handsome guy. I like the pictures.
All right, Steve. There you go.
But
All right. Blake. I think it's Steve. Right? Yeah, that's Steve.
now this I had as a little kid, except I didn't keep it in the box. I brought it out and played with it. The Hasbro action figure, and this is for Anthony Hall. He
Wow.
wants it in the white paint. I mean, look at the condition this is in. This is beautiful.
Good, I'm telling you. I told you they never lose their value, their color value.
Unbelievable.
See it? Look at Koko B. Ware.
There
I'm
you-
still shining. See that? Man.
I love it. I love it.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, the figures got so much better when I was like too old to play with them. Like I remember as a kid, like you got one belt. Like Hulk Hogan had the belt. There were no tag belts. There were no. I used to have to use my grandfather's Brute cologne because it had like that little logo. That was like my pretend championship belt. Then when I'm 15, they start putting out belts, caskets. I'm like, I need a girlfriend. I can't be buying this stuff.
There we go. You got it.
All right, another Hasbro Koko B Ware action figure. Let's not forget real wrestling action. The finishing move that you could do with this, the Birdman bounce. That's for Tony Bauer.
All right.
The Birdman bounce. This is for Anthony.
That white shows up great.
James Crane says, getting my 4-year-old daughter into wrestling, and I thought I'd of course start with the 80s legends for her. She watched the first WrestleMania earlier. Have you noticed that since the WWE Network, all these fans that are so young, that are coming up to you now at these conventions that weren't even alive when you were in your prime?
I know it. They were sitting at home. There we go. All right.
Okay.
It's for the same guy.
Oh, all right.
Shot at him, so-
All right, so this is a card. Just want your signature on it. That's a Koko B Ware trading card. And then this is the RF Video Koko B Ware shoot interview. I remember these back in the day before.
Shoot interview. Oh.
Yeah, before the podcasts were the thing. This is how, if you wanted to be an insider, you had to order these DVDs from RF Video back in the day. And this one is for John Bubba Call. There you go. Just want your signature on that.
In black. Mm. Huh?
Daniel Fitzpatrick wants to know if you have any of your ring gear from your WWF days. Did you hang on to any of that?
Can you put Hall of Fame on here, 2009?
What was that?
Do you have any of your ring gear from your WWF days? Did you hang on to?
Oh, got a whole bunch of them.
There you go.
Man, I need about 15 grand in here.
You ever just put it on and go to the supermarket just to freak people out?
Throw the WWE Hall of Fame ring in there. It'd be 20 grand in there.
Do you wear the Hall of Fame ring? Somebody else
Yeah,
asked that.
got it.
Oh, there you go. He's got it on right there. Well, somebody asked. I had to
Oh,
point it out.
man, yeah.
There you go. Joe Navarez.
That's what they gave us.
There, it is beautiful. Joe
Thank you.
Navarez in Torrance, California. That's for you.
In black.
Oh, wow.
All right, El Joe. All right.
This is actually an original artwork piece from Leaf Trading Cards.
trading cards?
This is somebody drew this.
Man,
Yeah,
what
look how
awesome
beautiful
job.
that is. That's
Yeah.
for Tristan Johnson in Oak Lawn, Illinois.
And that's what I was going to do my hair next. It's going to be solid white.
There you go.
I can't believe it.
There you go. How did they do that on the side there with the blue and red? Did you do that yourself or
did
you
my-
had to go to a
I
stylist?
created my own.
I don't know how you did this.
How many times am I going to tell
But
you?
how do you do that in a hotel?
Golly,
On the road?
In a hotel.
You got people-
I'm in a dressing room.
Oh, all right.
They have mirrors in there.
All right, well, look, I don't have hair. I don't know what I'm dealing
I
with.
know
here.
it. You quit wearing it.
All right. I don't want to make you mad. I'm just saying.
Man, please, here we go.
Keep those things coming in. Last call, 9:15.
Oh.
Get those photos in 80swrestlingcon.com. Upcoming virtual signings. Got Ted DiBiase, January 11th. January 25th,
Man,
Mike
you
Rotunda.
like cancer, you're going to stop.
Well, hey, look, that's what they pay me the big bills for. You know what I mean? But
Big.
show that
Big.
not as much as you. Not as much as you.
Oh, my God. There you go, John. Who was it?
It's on the back there, isn't it? Tristan Johnson.
Tristan. All right, Johnson. All right.
This is for Sean Barton, another Coco B Ware trading card. He wants that in black ink.
Black Eater. Hey, young lady, you're talking too much. Can't believe it. Out in the crowd.
Yeah, you.
Oh, you're the only lady in here, right?
This is your show, man.
No. That's what I'm saying. You're talking too much. I'm just waking you up.
A couple different fans are asking about any memories of Andre the Giant, if you'd like to share.
There you go, Sean. There we go. All right. Andre the Giant, yeah, I remember one time we had a big battle royal.
Okay, this is for Lucas Glover, by the way, while you tell that Andre.
Lucas, oh my God. And man, we had a big guy, and Andre completely just picked me up and threw me over the top rope out on the floor.
Oh.
So like, get the hell out of here.
Did you ever party with him afterwards? Any of the legendary stories about the wine and the beer?
No, I didn't do no party with the Giant. No.
Doesn't seem like it would end well for most people.
No, he had his friend named Tim, I think.
Timmy White, the referee.
Timmy White, yeah.
The Fighting Irishman.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I've never seen these before. These are really cool.
Well,
The micro brewers.
I know it. So they got all this stuff out, and I still can't make no money off of it. There we go.
These are actually really, really nice, but we got Ryan Krosky from Ridgecrest, California. He wants the white paint pen for that one. And also white paint pen. This one's going to be from Mark. I'll get you that one next. I've never even seen these before. Oh, it's from Pro Wrestling Tees. They're part of those wrestling crates that are monthly. I got you.
Oh yeah, I know now. Get that right.
Yeah, Motion. Shout out to Mr. Motion. I know he's watching. Are these new?
I don't know.
These are really cool. This is for Don Wilson out in Canada. Don Wilson.
Yeah. Shut up, Don.
Yeah, for Emil, how do I get pictures for the legends to sign? 80swrestlingcon.com for everybody who just joined us. Got a bunch of great virtual signings coming up, but you have till 9:15 to get your Coco B Ware picture ordered. We're barreling through. We're on some of the mail-in orders now, but you have till 9:15 to order a picture. We'll get it out to you.
Who's there?
All right, this is for Brian Jackson in Turtle Creek, PA. He wants the white paint pen as well, so I'll just move that out of the way for you, put it on the back. Oh wow, there's quite a few of those. Oh, the demolition ones too. Did you get those for the demolition signing? No, nobody sent them in.
I didn't even know about it.
All right, more of these micro brawlers.
More.
These are popular. This one is for Justin Smith. He also wants the white paint pen.
Well, they came from, who made these,
Pro Wrestling Tees. Isn't that the Young Bucks?
Yeah.
That's their company.
yeah.
Oh wow.
I know him. He said he was gonna make these, first, he never sent me any. There you go, Wrestling T.
You're featured throughout this entire DVD. This is pretty cool. This is all for the same gentleman. This is Andy Hammerlink in St. Paul, Minnesota. But this is the classic Memphis Wrestling Great Memphis Tag Teams DVD. And you have like 4 matches on this DVD. So that's very impressive. These are all for the same gentleman, Andy Hammerlink. Different colors here. There's silver. There's red.
Silver, this one.
I love seeing the unique stuff that people send in. And like I said, there's so many virtual signings coming up. 80swrestlingcon.com. If you have some memorabilia that you want any of these legends to sign, Ted DiBiase, Mike Rotunda, Ron Simmons, The Powers of Pain, Wendy Richter, Bob
So it's your
Orton,
signature on
the
that
ECW original, Shane Douglas,
Yeah.
Jerry Lynn,
Yeah.
Two Cold Scorpios, Simon Diamond, Mikey Whipwreck, and more.
Not gonna
Get it
show
in
up.
tonight. 80swrestlingcon.com.
No choice on this one.
Shout out to Andy. Andy. Shout out to Andy, that's all. Hold it up, shout it out.
This is a classic Superstars set right here. Oh, I'm sorry, he's got these 2 right here. Well, while he's doing that, I'll talk about this. Those are for the same gentleman, I believe,
All right.
that just signed before. This is pretty cool. I believe these are the Jack's Pacific figures. And a lot of people, a lot of collectors talk about Hasbro and LJN, but Jack's Pacific was really what changed the game after the Hasbro line. And this is a classic Superstar set that has Koko B, Ware, the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, and Jake the Snake Roberts. You can see that Jake Roberts already signed this over here. And this is for Nicholas De Silva in Canada. But this is a beautiful box set right there, great condition. There you go. Blue paint pen, signature, Hall of Fame 2009.
This is the one I have at home.
Oh yeah? Do you have a display room with a lot of memorabilia and stuff like that for yourself?
No,
Yeah, a lot. Some people do, some people don't. You always hear different.
That's all right, okay. There you go.
All right, so this is the
The
same.
one in black.
You wanted blue, but it's red now, so don't worry about it. It is what it is.
I can trim it in blue.
No, that's good, it's good, it looks good.
It'll be blue and red. It'll be like the ring attire. You
It
can
looks
mix it
good,
up.
I think it came out good.
All right, so this is all the same
Blue when
gentleman.
it came out.
This is Eric Lorak. He's got the LJN Coco Beware figure right here. He wants that in black. He's got a couple of the trading cards here. And he also has the Hasbro card. Amazing thing, a lot of these Hasbro figures, even if the figure isn't included, people collect just the cards. And so he's going to have that signed as well. You have exactly 10 minutes till last call to get those picture orders in on 80swrestlingcon.com.
For the auction.
I'm sorry?
For the auction. Before the auction.
Yeah. All right, well, last call is 9:15 for the, okay. And the auction's coming, but you have 10 minutes for the pictures. So make sure you get those orders in.
This is in red.
I see. I'm going over
Okay,
there.
okay, cool.
Make sure you stick around, guys, for that auction. But once again, 9:15, last call for those photos. This looks like it's a Survivor Series t-shirt. And he's got a bunch of different signatures. It's Angelo Caprio. He wants your signature right there. That's,
Right.
what was that, 87, 88?
I think right about now. Right over here.
Oh, wow, what's this?
Flag.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's pretty sweet. You actually, if you want to step in front of the camera or behind us and show that, there you go.
I was gonna go behind, but if you want to go in
Oh,
front.
there you go. Give a quick little walkthrough. Vanna White Levy over here. There you go. All right, and I believe this one's, oh no, is it on there? Rob, right?
We're just going for a silver signature. For Rob.
Is that the
That's
same,
it, that's it.
same thing, flag?
Yep.
All right, so we have another one of the old school World Wrestling Federation. What the world is watching, flags.
Wow.
And here we go, Carter Cole.
Coming over.
Well, that was the golden age right there. All right, just a signature for that.
It's a blue paint one. Should be good.
So guys, this is your 5-minute warning. 5 minutes to get those Coco B Ware pictures ordered, 80swrestlingcon.com. The man's here with us. He's going to be signing those photos, getting them out to you. 80swrestlingcon.com for all the upcoming virtual signings. 5 more minutes to get those photos in. Stick around for the live auction, Facebook Live, 80s Wrestling. All right, this is just a signature in black, Frankie.
Just shout out on the air, no writing, just shout out to Louie, that's it, no writing, just shout it out. Just give him a shout out, that's all.
What's up? Not good enough?
Just hold it up, basically.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Shout out Louis. All right, brother. Good job.
Perfect.
This one is to Coop. Coop.
This just has to add and Ellen and at the.
Okay.
You,
Coop.
why don't you explain that? I just don't want to.
There you go, Coop. You got it.
And let's just add and Ellen, and then at the.
Fresh ones?
All right, here we go for April in Marion, South Carolina. April.
April.
All right, guys, you're down to that 3-minute warning. See what I did there? 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those pictures in. The orders for the pictures. 3 minutes
April,
left
hey,
before the
April.
auction.
What's up, April? All right. Got it.
All right, this is for Ruben and Olivia in El Paso, Texas. El Paso, Texas. Love the salsa from El Paso. Ruben and Olivia. Thank you for joining us. Once again, guys, 2 minutes. 80swrestlingcon.com. Get those pictures in before we do those auctions. Also, check out the upcoming virtual signings. If you had a question that we didn't answer tonight, the full signing will be up on the website. When do you guys have it up? A couple days, right? Within the next couple days, go back, watch them. A lot of great content at 80swrestlingcon.com as well as 80s Wrestling on Instagram. And if you want to follow me, Ryan Marr Comedy, RyanMahur Comedy on Instagram. But you can find me on the 80s Wrestling page. I have a lot of fun on there.
Arriba.
Here we go, Jacob Player. What up, Player? Teddy Long. Universal City, Texas. Jacob Player.
In blue.
In blue.
Jacob. What's up?
All right, I believe you have 60 seconds left to get those pictures in before we do the auction. So last call. This really is the last call. If you didn't order a picture for Coco B Ware to sign, give you a shout out tonight. So here's how this is going to work. We have to pay very close attention to these comments here. For those of you that are watching, I got to go back to the main link here. Friends of mine are actually sharing the video, so I'm like, oh God, which one's the original feed here? Oh, Ryan, I saw you on Artie Lang. Yes, Artie Lang. Good guy, Artie Lang. You'll find more of that on Instagram. But right now, we got to get down to business. These are the auction items for tonight. 3 minutes each on each auction. So, are we going to do these just in order, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with our, I'm sorry, did I get ahead of the game here? Bear with us, we're live, guys. The live pandemic special.
That's mine, bro. That's mine, bro.
Oh, it is? Well, I didn't think you were gonna use it, okay, it's on the ground.
Yeah. That's
All
it.
right, all right, no problem.
We're starting with this. This is 159, right? All right, so here's how it's going to work, guys. We're going to have 3 minutes for each auction item. You're going to write your bid on the comments. This is the WWF program 159. The starting bid is $50. $50 for this. Now, these were great because you used to have to be at the live event to get them. Here you can see the merchandise catalog back in the day. This was long before the internet, before even AOL, when we had the dial-up. If you wanted a t-shirt, you had to go to the magazine, you had to go to the programs, or you had to go to the live event to buy the merchandise. So Coco will be signing right there. So this is WWF Program 159, Ultimate Warrior on the cover, Koko B Ware inside, starting that bid at $50. So 3 minutes, let's get those bids coming in. Now, do you remember, was there always a lot of guys in the locker room jockeying for position to want to be featured in the program?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody.
These were very special. I have a ton of these at home.
Pulling the straw. Pull the straw.
There you go. The late, great Bad News Brown on the back.
Yeah,
You want to talk
yeah.
about a tough guy, a guy who could handle some business.
Oh, man, he was tough all around.
So let's get those bids in. You got about another 2 minutes. The starting bid for that is $50. Do we have anybody who wants to bid $50? Coco is going to be signing this program. He's featured inside, right in the merchandise. Look at this. This is a who's who of the WWF in that era. We got Brutus Beefcake, who already did one of the virtual signings. We got the British Bulldogs, Bam Bam Bigelow, Macho Man Randy Savage, Honky Tonk Man before he started blocking people on Twitter. Georgie Animal Steel, the man here, Coco B Ware. $50, $50.
Piledriver.
I can't believe no one yet. Come on, guys. This is some legit stuff right here.
If not, I'll sign it and it'll be available after.
Okay, so if you don't bid on it now, he's going to sign it anyway, and it will be available after 80swrestlingcon.com. Also, there's a Facebook group that Tommy from 80s Wrestling runs, 80s Wrestling Auctions. I know a lot of my friends are annoyed because they always lose. They're always bidding on different things that Tommy throws up. But this will be available for purchase if nobody bids the $50. New viewer watching, how are you? John Buxton. Well, welcome along, John. You're here right in time for the auction. So you got about another 35 seconds to get a bid in on this before we move on to the next item. If not, that's okay. It will be available for sale after Coco signs. This is old school Ultimate Warrior right here, the purple tights.
Yeah. No bids, huh?
No bids yet, but like Tommy pointed out, they will be available to purchase later on. We got 10 seconds left. If somebody just puts $50, it's theirs. 5, 4. All right, time's up. We're gonna have Coco sign it anyway. Any particular color you want this signed, guys?
Black is good.
Black, right, you could sign wherever.
There's a 30-second delay, so just...
Oh, all right, well, okay, granted, 30-second delay, so if any bids come in.
Still signing it?
Yes, sir, you're just gonna sign that one, and then we have another program. This is pretty cool. You're in the merchandise catalog, but this time for this one, you're next to the Killer Bees.
Wow.
And my old friend King Kong Bundy. You got any good King Kong Bundy stories?
Who does?
Yeah.
I missed that guy, man. I had a lot of fun with him. A lot
Really?
of fun with him. Yeah, we did the roast of Iron Sheik together,
That was a fun
and then we
night.
did the roast of was it Terry Funk, I believe?
Yeah, he used to tell the fans, he used to tell all the fans that, especially when they went buying his pictures, y'all not buying any pictures, y'all don't have any money. He was standing up, screaming out loud.
Yeah, he always honked
Man,
those
he ran the
pictures.
fans off.
Not as much as Virgil, but he always did honk them.
Yeah, him and Virgil was some kin.
This is the WWF program 156. This has the late, great Bam Bam Bigelow, another guy, great guy. I'm actually good friends with his son, Shane. He grew up not too far from me in Asbury Park, New Jersey. So this, once again, another auction item you could bid on. $50 is the first bid. Aaron Stevenson says, hi, Coco. Hi, Coco. $50 first bid. This is yours. Coco's going to sign it once again. He is here in the old school WWF merchandise catalog. This time, he's next to his old, sometimes tag team partners, the Killer Bees.
Killer Bees.
Jim Brunzell and B. Brian Blair. The argument could be made that the two best drop kicks in the business, Koko B. Ware and Jim Brunzell.
Is that in black?
Of course,
Yes.
Coco says he smoked
Hey,
Jim.
I had the right hood on. I still got the hood on. Can you believe that?
So we're waiting for a bid on this. It starts at $50. Once again, though, if you don't
Come
bid
on,
tonight,
wrestling fan. What's wrong with y'all? Come on. Bid on it.
$50 is the starting bid for that. If not, 80swrestlingcon.com.
Well, this is going on, he should just sign your name and Hall of Fame is fine.
Then we're getting to the magazine. I actually know somebody who's probably going to bid on that one.
Oh, that's good.
I hope. I told him. Like you said, 80swrestlingcon.com. You can get all the products that are being signed tonight. If they don't get bid on tonight, you can just order them there. You could also check out all the upcoming virtual signings that are going to be taking place. We got Ted DiBiase on January 11th. His tag team partner, Mike IRS Rotunda, January 25th. February 15th, Ron Simmons. February 22nd, Powers of Pain, Warlord and Barbarian. March 8th, Wendy Richter. March 22nd, Ace Cowboy, Bob Orton. April 19th, the ECW original signing with Shane Douglas, Jerry Lynn, Too Cold Scorpio, Simon Diamond, Mikey Whipwreck, and one more to be announced. Tickets are on sale for that, January 15th. And April 26th, the biggest Texan of them all. Sorry, Big John. Stan Hansen. Stan Hansen will be here. John Buxton says, hi, Coco. I remember when you wrestled back in Mid-South Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Janelle wants to know, did you ever wrestle Ron Simmons?
No,
No.
I couldn't wrestle Ron Simmons. He was too great.
Too great.
Too great of a guy.
All right, got 5 seconds left. I'm sorry, Coco.
I couldn't kill him off.
5 seconds left to put your bid in on this program. 156. Coco's still going to sign it. It will be available on 80swrestlingcon.com. All right. Ready for...
We got 30, give him 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And we're just about there. That's it.
93.
93 February, just perfect.
I actually have this magazine. All right, so this magazine is actually going to be started off at $40. This is the February 1993 edition of the old WWF magazine with Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig on the front cover. In the back, you can see the poster promoting the Royal Rumble pay-per-view for, I guess that was what, 1994 or 93? But yeah, Bret Hart defending the title against Razor Ramon. And Coco is featured inside this magazine. High Energy versus the Head Shrinkers, as we were talking about before, with Frankie using the restroom on the mat. Well, here's one of those matches. So $40 is the opening bid for that. Kurt Hennig on the cover. Another little piece of trivia. We talked about Coco being the first man to take the tombstone from The Undertaker. He was also the first man to take the Perfect Plex from Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig. So this will be a nice little collection. You got the late Kurt Hennig on the cover. You got Coco inside signing it. We're asking $40 opening bid for this.
How come I was always the guinea pig? I just want to know that.
I think they knew that you were the guy, though, that could take all these devastating maneuvers.
I guess so.
The perfect plex, the tombstone, 2 moves that very rarely did anyone
But I
ever
was
pick
a
up.
Birdman. I was always flying. I guess that's why I got the name Birdman, because I'm always throwing me in the air. I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
absolutely.
Anyway, I don't know.
So, February 1993, WWF Magazine, we're looking for $40 bid on that one. I guess you want to just sign this one and get it out of the way. 'Cause
Okay,
that was from
I sure
before.
will.
No problem.
Oh. Ooh.
Got about another 90 seconds for the February 1993 WWF Magazine with Mr. Perfect Kurt Hennig on the cover. Coco inside. He will be signing. This was the old days where they put the results from all the pay-per-views in the magazine, corresponding with some great photos from the matches. This was High Energy versus the Head Shrinkers. So that was quite a great card. You can have this if you bid $40. Got about 30 seconds left. Oh, we have 40 and 40, so we have a tie.
Uh-oh,
Jose
uh-oh.
Terrazas and John Soltis, $40.
Here we go.
Whoever was first, yeah.
Jose Terrazas was first. Well, shouldn't, if they both did the same amount, should one have to go higher?
Yeah, or the first one gets it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. So it wasn't first. All right, so Jose or John, if one of you can get to 45.
You got 15.
If not, it'll go to Jose, I guess, because he was first. So,
Yep.
John, you got about 10 seconds to get to 45, or else it goes to
Come
Jose.
on, John, beat him.
All right, 5,
Come on,
4,
John.
3, 2, and sold.
Oh, they never give it 30 seconds.
We did.
Well, yeah, we did.
We did.
Oh,
Yeah,
they did, okay.
yeah. I'm following you, Tommy. I got you, baby. I got you. So this is sold to Jose Terrazas. I actually have this at home, but I used to cut up the pictures to make signs to go to the shows because I'm an idiot. So you actually have a collector's item. I don't. So congratulations to Jose
I don't
Terrazas.
agree, huh?
We're going to get this one out of the way. And then you're going to sign this
All right.
right there. Doug Hastings says, Coco, you did an awesome cameo from my friend. You're available on Cameo.
Oh, my God.
Coco Beware.
Oh, it's awesome.
So if anybody has anything that they want to celebrate, a birthday, a shout out, any type of anniversary greeting, hit my man Coco Beware up on Cameo.
Where is he signing this here?
I would imagine right here, right? That's where the market, High Energy versus Head Shrinkers.
Okay, so it's.
Let's see, I'm upside down, so let me see it.
Oh wow, this one, this is special right here. This is the November 1990 WWF Magazine. $50 for this one, I believe, is the opening bid. Look how cool this is. You got the Ultimate Warrior as World Wrestling Federation champion on the cover. Remember the Narc video game? That's the advertisement on the back. But look how cool this is. So here you have the Dream Team. Dusty Rhodes is captain, the Hart Foundation, Bret Hart, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, and Coco Beware, taking on the $1 Million Team, Ted DiBiase, Honky Tonk Man, and Greg Valentine, who were Rhythm and Blues at the time, and their mystery partner, who we have found out since was The Undertaker, who just recently retired back in November. So this is pretty cool. This magazine, we're going to start the opening bid at $50. The man who took the first ever tombstone, Coco Beware, he's going to be signing right here. And you can have this magazine in perfect condition. Opening bid, $50 on that one. So get those bids in. This is a huge part of wrestling history right here. This is really, really cool. And this magazine is in excellent condition. sign that one right there. Joe Meglior, we actually told that story earlier on about the Mass Patriot in 1985 in Memphis. So tomorrow, the next couple days, go to 80swrestlingcon.com, go through the video, you'll find that story. He actually told us all about that. But thank you for participating. If you want, though, you could place a bid on this magazine. $50, signed by Koko B. Ware, from when he was on the Survivor Series team, captained by Dusty Rhodes. They went against the $1 Million team, with Undertaker as the mystery opponent. First ever tombstone right here. He just signed it.
Right here, man.
$50, this could be yours. Jose Terrazas with the bid, $50. So can anyone beat $50? You got about a minute and a half. Jose Terrazas, $50 bid. Michelle Varela, I just watched that with my kids this past Thanksgiving. There you go. Now you can have a souvenir for $55. If you bid $55, you get to take this home. Can we get a 55? Jose Terrazas in with the opening bid at 50. Let's get a 55 in there. November 1990 WWF Magazine. World Champion Ultimate Warrior on the cover. Coco inside. Plug in the Survivor Series 1990 debut of The Undertaker. We got $50 so far. Can we get 55? Got about 45 seconds. Don't forget you PayPal that money to 80swrestlingpics@gmail.com. Instagram at 80swrestling, 80swrestlingcon.com. Ryan Marr Comedy on Instagram if you're bored and got nothing to do. Yes, David, we discussed that earlier. Coco was the first ever wrestler to enter the ring on Monday Night Raw. Went against Yokozuna. Great documentary coming up about him on the WWE Network, January 31st. I'm sure Coco will be featured in that.
Right.
And it looks like the November 1990 WWF Magazine is sold for $50 to Jose Terrazas. Thank you, Jose. We're going to get that out to you ASAP. So next up, we're going to be auctioning, it looks like another WWF Magazine. This one is from February 1991. Got Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior. This is one of my favorite Survivor Series. I think this was the year they did like kind of that whole Battle Bowl thing where the survivors at the end squared off, and you had Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Tito Santana, another 80s wrestling talent. And he went against Warlord, who's coming up, the late Hercules, $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. Coco is inside this magazine. And here it is. Here's the photo
There it is.
from that Survivor Series. The Dream Team versus the $1 Million Team. So what are we asking for on this one? $50 as well? Opening bid, $50. This is a great picture. You can see Undertaker, choke slamming Bret Hart, Coco in the corner there. The matching tights with Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart. Was that by design? They were wearing pink. You said, let me rock the pink.
Hey, why not?
There you go.
You know, hey, I stood out, didn't I?
Without a doubt, you always did. So
I didn't do nothing when I stood out.
another iconic moment, the first televised WWE/F match of The Undertaker. Coco's going to sign the photo. $50. And John Soltis comes in with $50. $50 for this one. So we have the opening bid. John Soltis, $50. Got about another 2.5 minutes to get those in.
I'm sorry?
I'll use the restroom in a minute.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Coco's got to take a break, guys. We'll be back in a minute.
All right, Coco's going to take a little bit of a break. While that's going on, we have about another minute and a half in the auction for this bid. John Soltis came in with the opening bid at $50. It's the WWF magazine from February 1991.
Down the hall.
It's got the
Right,
official
right,
Survivor
right.
Series results from Undertaker's
Straight
debut
down
with
the hall.
$1 Million Man Ted DiBiase's team. Don't forget, we got Ted DiBiase coming up on January 11th, 80swrestlingcon.com. But right now, we're looking to auction off this. We have one bid at $50. If anyone can top it with $55. Great magazine. First ever televised Undertaker match, Survivor Series 1990. Got the picture right there, Bret Hart getting choke slammed. Koko B. Ware in the matching pink. Got about 45 seconds to top that $50 bid. Can we get 55?
Down the hall, all the way down?
Yeah.
It's on the left, right?
It's on the left.
Yes, all the way down the hall.
Coco will be back in just a bit. We have about
Don't
10
go away.
seconds. Yeah. Leave your wallet. I'll watch it. Got about 5 seconds until John Soltis goes home the winner of this magazine with the Survivor Series results. And it looks like, just double checking, it is sold to John Soltis, WWF Magazine, February 1991. The Survivor Series results, first match of The Undertaker. We will sign this. All right. And of course, my favorite tag team of all time, the Rockers, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. March 1991, they're on the cover. This, I guess, was going into WrestleMania 7. And we're looking for, what, $50 for this one as well. And look at this. It just keeps getting better. This is an actual photo of Koko B. Ware taking the first ever tombstone at Survivor Series 1990. So he'll sign that right there. This was the debut of The Undertaker. If you want this, $50. This is a must-have. Undertaker just retiring in November. Great magazine. Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty on the cover. Got a promo for the Royal Rumble souvenir program on the back. $50 opening bid. I see Sean Barton's asking a question about Demolition. If you go to Search and Destroy You on Instagram, that is the official Demolition Instagram page. Any questions you have, I'm sure if you post them there, they'll get back to you. So $50. Can we get a $50 bid for this magazine? March 1991. Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty on the cover. Oh, what's this? Marty Jannetty just bid. Kidding. Anyway, they're on the cover. Got Koko B. Ware getting the first tombstone from The Undertaker.
What's the bid up to on that Jannetty, man? What's the bid up to on that?
Leave Marty alone.
Marty.
All right, got about another minute and a half or so. We need to get a bid in, but don't worry about it. If you don't bid tonight, 80swrestlingcon.com, you will be able. But I can't believe no one's bidding on this yet. I mean, you got the picture right there of the first ever tombstone, Survivor Series 1990. Great collector's item for any Undertaker fan, any Koko B. Ware fan. Have Koko sign it tonight, and then find out if The Undertaker will sign it for you. $50, that's all it is. Let's get that bid in. Koko will be back with us in just a little bit, taking a little break, feeding Frankie. This is actually the last magazine up for auction, and then we're going to get into some really, really cool stuff. Don't forget, you can PayPal your money to 80swrestlingpics@gmail.com. 80s Wrestling on Instagram @80swrestling. Ryan Marr Comedy on Instagram @Ryan Marr Comedy, MAHER Comedy, and 80swrestlingcon.com. Don't forget, Ted DiBiase coming up January 11th. Mike Rotunda, January 25th. Ron Simmons, February 15th. Powers of Pain, February 22nd. March 8th, Wendy Richter. Ace Cowboy Bob Orton, March 22nd. April 19th, the ECW signing with Shane Douglas, Jerry Lynn, Two Cold Scorpio, Simon Diamond, Mikey Whipwreck, one more to be announced. Tickets on sale January 15th. And then April 26th, Stan Hansen, that's available now already, 80swrestlingcon.com. We're expecting a crazy one for Stan Hansen. All the Japanese memorabilia that's going to be coming in, that's going to be wild. We got 10 seconds left. One bid takes it, $50. Who wants it? 5 seconds left. All right, looks like you're going to have to get that one at 80swrestlingcon.com. This brings back memories. The WrestleMania VCR game. So if you still have a VCR, here we go. We want the opening bid for this one is $100. $100. This is still in great condition, much better condition than the one that I have at home. It's pretty cool in the back. How 80s is the back of those two guys? That looks like Johnny from Cobra Kai, like a reject version. How cool is this? The WrestleMania VCR game, $100. You got Demolition up here on the top. Jimmy Hart, Jake Roberts, Honky Tonk Man. A lot of great 80s stars. And of course, Andre the Giant with the bear hug on Hulk Hogan. We're looking for $100.
And the cards are still in the package, by the way.
The cards are still in the package? Let's open it up. Let's take a look and see.
There's actually a picture of Coco versus Rick Valentine on the board.
Okay, let's take it out and open it up. Look at the VHS tape. Wow. There's people right now that are watching this with their parents going, "What the hell is that?" There you go. Look at the condition. This looks like it was rewound, right? Tommy rewinded it. It's perfect. Oh, how do you not bid on this? How do you not bid on this? All the cards are still in the plastic. And here we have the game board. Look at that. $100. I'm assuming we'd have Coco sign it right on the board. We got to get a bid in here. I like this because it covers my face. So this is nice. $100. Guido Jaramillo, I still have the tape. Well, if you have the tape, you need the board and the cards to go with it. $100. What's the tape going to do if you can't play with it? You know what I mean? It's like Monopoly without dice. $100. This can be yours. Can we get a $100 bid? I'll let you handle that. You can walk through. You're doing a very good Vanna White job. Tony Aragon. I had one of those. Loved it as a kid. Love it as an adult. You got a minute and a half. $100. Here we go. All of you fans are reminding me how I took horrible care of my belongings. Because all of this stuff, it's just so nice. All right, got about a minute for the WrestleMania VCR game. $100 is what we're looking for. And then we have one more auction item left after this, which we'll get to. But right now, VCR WrestleMania game, looking for a $100 bid. $30 seconds, guys. Just put in 100. You don't even have to put the money sign. Save that for Ted DiBiase next week, or January 11th. All we need is the 100. If not, again, WrestlingCon.com, you'll be able to find it.
Got $100, Eric Larock.
Eric Larac coming in with 10 seconds left, $100. Can we get 105, or is Eric going home with a steal? And we are sold to Eric Larac, $100 for the WrestleMania VHS board game. And now,
The main event.
the main event, the thing that caught my eye out of all this stuff when I walked in here, because it's one of the few LJN figures that I did not have as a kid. I used to go to the Toys R Us, and my parents would take me, in North Bergen, New Jersey. Hasbro's came out, I believe, '89, so this was '87. I was 4 years old. I had a bunch of these. But this is just gorgeous. This is the LJN 1987 Koko B Ware action figure. with Frankie in plastic. How cool is that? Look at the paint on this. It is near mint condition. Anyone who played with these LJN figures remember what it was like. You know, you'd have one of them take one bump, the paint would be smeared. We're asking $150 for the opening bid for this one, and that is an incredible steal. Some of these figures, I see what they go for online. $150, Koko B Ware with Frankie.
With Frankie, oh my
150, let's see it.
With Frankie.
I mean, the paintwork. I mean, the figures nowadays too, like with the detail and everything that Mattel's doing. But I mean, this was pretty incredible for its time. There's actually a great Netflix, The Toys That Made Us. They have an episode about these LJN figures and, you know, all the transformations with different companies. So these figures are definitely hot again. You could have it for $150. I've been even sanitizing my hands, not because of COVID, because I don't want to mess up this figure. That's why. 150. Jose Terrazas, he came in. 150. Are we still doing $5 increments for the figure? 10. All right. So 155. John, can you get that to 160 because we're doing $10 increments? I had to ask. So Jose Terrazas is at 150. John Soltis is at 155. We're doing $10 increments. Let's see 160 as I sanitize my hands again because I know that this needs to be handled with care.
Keep it kosher, come on.
Well, I guess John put it in the 155 before I said $10. So what do you want to do with that? Because we got a 150 and a 155. All right, never mind. John came in at 160, so we're good. All right, we're going to be doing $10 increments. So if you want to beat 160, you got to come in at 170 for the LJN Koko B Ware action figure. 170, Jose Terrazas. Look at you. You're a hot commodity here,
I'm
Coco.
telling you, man. Y'all keep it going, brother. Keep
You
it
shouldn't be
going.
doing a moonwalk if that keeps happening. You ain't playing games.
All right, so we got 170. Can we get 180? We just talked about King Kong Bundy. You can watch on 80swrestlingcon.com for the person who just asked, did Coco ever wrestle King Kong Bundy? It's in there,
Yes, in
80swrestlingcon.com.
Boston.
There you go. He answered again. That's the kind of guy he is. 170. Someone's asking about the big pick in the back. No?
Big pick in the back.
Not this time. There's a big handsome picture of us behind
Oh,
you.
what about it? They got enough money, you know. Hey,
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody's got a price, come on.
All right, well, let's finish this, and then we'll get to that, because I don't want to start confusing the comments. So for the person who asked about the pick in the back, we'll get to that. This is still the main event. That'll be the dark match afterwards. We'll talk about it. Oh, my God, Jose... No, he didn't say 260. Don't mess around with other people's. If you bid what you're going to bid, I have it at Jose at 170. So don't type in for anybody else. You type in what you're bidding. So we're still at 170 for Jose Terrazas.
And hey guys, this is Tommy. For the picture hanging up on the wall, I'm in the process of opening up a wrestling store. I'm just gonna have that sign to put up in the store, but if you guys want it, we'll put it up. It'll be after the LJ, and that's the final one of the evening.
that's right.
And if comedy clubs don't reopen soon, I'll be stocking shelves there. So you can come in,
They come out the big Koko B Ware
you can say hello.
picture here.
It's going to be great. I'll be sorting the
Are they
action
talking this
figures.
picture?
Yeah, they're gonna took out the again, they're thinking about having it. Put it up.
All right, so I got 170 for Jose.
Is this for this picture here?
We're done?
Yeah, I think they're talking
All
about
right,
that one.
congratulations, $170, Jose
No, that's for that, I'm
Terrazas.
sorry.
I was gonna
It's
say.
brand new, look at that, it's beautiful.
The Koko B Ware LJN action figure. What are we doing with that bad boy?
We're gonna start off at 200.
All right, can I take a very quick bathroom break? Because I've been waiting.
Need to do it again.
All right, I'll be back, guys. Excuse me.
Is he gonna sell this? You really gonna sell it now?
We're gonna do we're starting bid
You
of
gonna sell it now?
$200.
All right, hold on.
Look at this. Who wouldn't want this?
All right,
hanging in
wrestling
their man
fan.
cave?
24 by 36.
24 by 36. Hey, you can get this big picture of me. I'm talking about getting this big picture of the Birdman. A beautiful picture. Come on, with Frankie and myself. How can you lose with the stuff you're going to be using? I'm talking about this is nice. This is one of the most Christmas present gift that you ever got in your whole entire life. Come on, wrestling fans. You can't beat this with a stick. You can't whip it with a switch. Don't even try it.
Emil.
Emil,
Man.
200.
Come on, somebody. Come on,
We got a $200 bid.
I'm not
here
gonna
for
let
Lemieux.
this. I'm not gonna let my picture go for nothing, okay? Because I know if you want to buy a Magic Johnson picture, you got to pay more. You got to pay. If you want a Larry Bird picture, you got to pay more. You want LeBron James picture, you got to pay more. I'm talking about wrestling fans. Come on, if you're a big fan of the Birdman, you will buy this picture for me.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Okay? I'm talking about, come on. Let's spend a little cash tonight. All right? Come on, wrestling fans. Y'all love the Birdman. You love Frankie. Come on. Let's spend some cash. Come on. Come on with it. You got it. Come on with it. Because I know you didn't get a chance to go to WrestleMania, but you can save that money and you can buy the Koko B Ware picture. I'm talking about, I'm selling this myself. This is Koko B Ware selling this. All right?
You won't find one like it on the
I'm
internet,
telling you.
eBay, any place. No place.
No eBay. I'm talking about no eBay or what. I'm all excited. I'm talking about baby this, baby, eBaby this, eBaby. I'm talking about no eBay, no Amazon. I'm talking about a big picture tonight from Coco, the Birdman Koko B Ware.
Still got $200.
Come on, 200.
That's it.
We need a little more than that. Come on.
Someone's going to outbid that.
Come
number.
on,
It's gonna
somebody.
lose it. It's gonna
Come
lose
on, wrestling fans. Don't let me down now. Okay? Don't let me down, wrestling fans. Oh, Lord, don't let me down. Come on. Somebody out there love the Birdman and Frankie. Well, look at Frank. Ooh, what a... And got Jesus to represent us on the cross.
1 minute to go.
Wow, 1 minute to go. Come on, wrestling fans.
Come on, we still have $200 as the high
200.
bid. Come on.
It's the highest?
That's the highest. Dig deep, people. Dig deep.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Call your buddies up and call somebody. Pick up the phone and call somebody.
See, Bubba John even saying it. Come on,
Come
people.
on.
Get that high energy.
Come on. Ooh-wee. Man, I'm telling you, this is the best picture of all the pictures. This is my favorite picture that I have taken. Okay? This is my favorite. Now I know all of you wrestling fans out there. I know you love the Birdman. You want the Birdman to do all the cameos and birthdays and all that stuff. You came to the wrestling matches. When I was in the UK, you was there. When I was, in Italy,
2 seconds.
you was there. Oh, Japan, you was there. United States, you was there. Canada, come on.
We're in that 30-second
buy it right now.
buffer. We got 20 seconds.
Money is right
200,
now.
Still that high bid.
The money is right now.
Still got that $200 high bid to Emil.
Somebody come on.
So we got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
We got
2,
it? Come on, wrestling fans.
1, and we are done. That's it. We have a $200 winner.
200.
Let's see how he wants it made out.
Well-
What color ink he wants, right?
And Frankie did not shit on this. This is going to be authentic.
Well,
Oh,
you know what?
Shit free.
I think there might be some more wrestling fans want to bid on that.
That was it, he got it.
They just don't have it.
He's going to let you know, right, how he wants it made out.
Yeah, he'll email us now, let us know how he wants it signed.
I think, either black or, what do you think? Just black.
He'll let us know.
He'll let us know. Okay.
Ryan, before we go, we have to hear the song. You got to get Coco to do the song.
No, Brian. Hey, for the advance, you're gonna have to throw another $50 on the song now.
Well, he's the money man. Until Ted DiBiase gets here, it's $1 Million Man Tommy Fiera. So it's up to him. He's got your pay. I'm paid already.
No,
That's
that's
a
okay.
$100,000 man right there.
That's all right.
The multi-thousand.
But I wanted my wrestling fans really, really show me their support on this picture here. This is a beautiful picture.
That's between you guys to figure.
I know. But anyway, that's okay. We'll sign it. We'll do whatever we need to do. Okay?
He's going to email us now, let us know.
Okay.
And then I believe the only way to really end this on a high note would be if we heard Piledriver, I believe, right? Do we have the hard hat? Do we need that? Is that a prop?
Hard heads.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that it was actually Coco's single that really drove the Piledriver album. You know, this was a time where people kind of would still, you know,
Are
wrestling.
you sure you went to the bathroom?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Man, you coming back 100 miles an hour.
I know. Well, yeah. Well, I didn't do that. Well, Tommy Fierro has a wellness policy, so I wanted to make sure that I followed it. But my point being is that the Piledriver album was this man's single that really propelled it. It was a time where wrestling fans were still kind of mocked a little bit as we were going into that rock and wrestling era, and Koko B. Ware and his singing ability, a true crooner from Union City, Tennessee, made that album go to the top. So I think it's only fair.
Jersey?
Union City, Tennessee.
Oh, I thought you said Jersey.
No. Look, I know geography. I may not have been a lot of places, but I know my geography.
Right, you haven't been anywhere.
I haven't. Just a lot of BYOB comedy clubs. But anyway.
Well, they're out of business.
Do we have some? Hopefully, the one I'm talking about hopefully goes out of business. Hey now. Anyway. How are we doing this? Do you have a little music, or are we going to do a cappella?
Yeah, you can do it that way.
All right, so could we have him take a break from signing to do it? How
Sure,
are we gonna do this?
absolutely.
You want to give us a little a cappella?
Of Piledriver?
Yeah. I mean, why not?
Why not?
I'm not singing
Why not?
because I'm terrible. Like if I was on American Idol, Randy would give me a no dog.
Golly, please give your parents their money back.
80swrestlingcon.com. While
Here we
Coco
go.
finishes up before he sings first, don't forget all the great signings coming up one more time. Ted DiBiase, January 11th. Mike Rotunda, January 25th. February 15th, Ron Simmons. February 22nd, Powers of Pain. March 8th, Wendy Richter. March 22nd, Bob Orton. April
Everybody get
19th,
their hands
ECW.
together.
Here we go. Start getting it ready. Fire it up. Coco B. Ware, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go.
Yeah.
I want this for myself.
Sometimes love is like a slow dance.
There we go.
You can tiptoe around, but don't make a sound. You can make a little silence romance. Sometimes love feels just right. It feels so good. It feels just like a Piledriver. Yeah, a Piledriver. Sometimes love is just feel fake. First you think it's so strong, but something goes wrong. It feels like a great big mistake. Oh, but sometimes love feels just right. It feels so real. It feels just like a Piledriver. Yeah, Piledriver. Your heart's on fire. She's got you hot and wired. Higher, 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 Piledriver. Yeah, a Piledriver. Yeah, Piledriver. Well, Piledriver. Well, Lord, well, Piledriver. Well, sometimes love, it feels just right. It feels, Piledriver. Yeah, Piledriver. Yeah, Piledriver. Well, a Piledriver. Ooh, Piledriver. Yeah, take it home with the hot finish.
Beautiful, baby, beautiful, baby.
Coco B. Ware, ladies and gentlemen, 80swrestlingcon.com, all the upcoming virtual signings, some of the stuff that didn't get auctioned off tonight, you can purchase it there. Did you get color on that one? My God, he went hard. Thank you so much, 80s Wrestling, Tommy Fierro, the whole crew. Coco B. Ware, what a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Hey, see there?